happier than me this Boxing Day? Who is happier than me this Boxing Day? My notebook is full of positive points. I was watching this game and I was noting down. My notebook is full of positive points. Yeah, positive points. It's the first. Oh my God, I just can't believe it. We beat Chelsea 3-1. Someone tell me I'm not dreaming. Guys, am I dreaming? Tell me, am I dreaming? We beat Chelsea 3-1. A masterclass performance, character, everything was there in that game. Everything was there. Welcome back to the Courses Arsenal podcast. My guys, my people, my everything. This is something I don't know how I'm going to react to this, but a nasty performance from Chelsea, and we were ridiculously on point. This is what you want to see. This is the kind of football you want to see your team play game in, game out. This is the kind of football you want Arsenal to play every day. And we've been asking for this. Play the kids, play the kids, play the kids, play the kids. They know what to do. Play the kids. They're the quality. Play the kids. They are better. Yeah. What a performance. Emily Smith-Rowe, Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, my man of the match. Tell me, who was your man of the match? Down in the comments, in the comment below. Who was your man of the match in this game? Mine was Bukayo Saka. He was all over the place. He was all over the place. I don't want to see him play on the left anymore. Let him play on the right. What a performance. Forget about the goal, because that was the worst cross ever in world football. The worst cross ever in world football. But what a performance he has put in. Gabriel Martinelli, Emily Smith-Rowe. The question have been answered. Yeah, the questions have been answered. Mikel Arteta now knows what Emily Smith-Rowe is for in the Arsenal side. Yeah, questions answered. Look ahead, Arsenal. Look ahead. We have Brighton on Tuesday. We have West Brom coming on as well. What does this match mean? I'm gonna be talking about all those things with you guys in the comments. You'll have a chance to come on and we discuss these matters. But let's get this party started. Okay, I've seen a couple of things in this game. I'm not gonna lie. One is the zeal from the young lads, the way we pressed Chelsea, the way we played. We were like a team that has been on fire. We were like a team that has been. We didn't smell, we didn't smell that odor of losses that we have been, going through. It didn't look like that. We were like a very new team, reborn. We're like, we were just like United, a team on that 5, 6, 7 game run. We didn't look like we were frightened. There was no fear in us. There wasn't anything like Arsenal is afraid of Chelsea. I told you in my match preview. Chelsea is too confident. Yeah, Chelsea is too confident, and I expected Arsenal to be very, very short of confidence. I thought it was going to be the vice versa, but actually, it has been the vice versa. We were confident on the ball, passing very well, pressing very well, attacking very well, hunting in packs. I mean, this performance has taken so long. We have taken so long without seeing such a performance in Arsenal's, in Arsenal's football. The stinking football, the trash, the nonsense we have been playing in the past 10 games, it disappeared. It disappeared. Yeah. No, I'm not saying I'm deluded or what. I'm not going to talk about those things. No. Right now, let us focus on what we saw on the pitch. And the big question now is, can we replicate this performance against Brighton? Can we replicate this performance against West Brom? Because that is the most important thing. Against Manchester United, 1-0 this season, I told you guys, the win was not the important thing, yeah? But how do you bounce back? You know what happened? Then we went and lost to Aston Villa, 3-0. Everything, everything was over. After that, almost 6, 7 games without a win. Losing, and drawing. Yeah, 2 points only picked. Now, we come back against Chelsea, Boxing Day. Everybody thinks, yeah, it's a simple win for Chelsea. What? Men did not appear on that pitch, I'm telling you. They didn't appear until the 85th minute when they scored that Tammy Abraham goal. And I was like, whoa, okay, are they coming back? Yeah, they were coming back, Brad. They were coming back because they scored the Tammy Abraham goal, which was a little bit confusing. Was it offside? Was it on offside? But VAR decided it was offside. Then Pablo Mari screws up, in the box. They have a penalty, and Jorginho, because he was linked with Arsenal, he decides to give the penalty away. Anyway, but the truth is, masterclass Banleno. What a save. I think he commanded his area so well today. I'll give him an 8 out of 10 when I go in the player ratings. Tell me how much you would give Banleno today. The penalty, that was a master stroke. Yeah, that was a master stroke. You think about these things and you're like, how did Arsenal beat Chelsea? But it was character, it was zeal. I think we were more prepared than Chelsea. We had we had a game plan to how to beat Chelsea. And I think this is what I've been complaining all about for Mikel Arteta. We never have a game plan. Yeah, we never have a game plan. Different teams approach different games differently. We never do that. Today we come again against Chelsea, who have not been so good in their past 4 games because they have lost 3 and 1 against West Ham, which I don't think the result brings out what Chelsea were doing on that day. They were not so brilliant, but they were luckily 3-0 holders against West Ham. Okay, bygones are bygones. Look, they have lost 4 games out of 3 games out of their last 4. Yeah, we were not any better. In our last 5 games, we had lost 4 and had 1 draw. Yeah, we were not any better. We were badly off, and everybody thought it's gonna be an Arsenal loss. It's gonna be an Arsenal loss. It is a perfect Arsenal loss. Well, I'm telling you, on this match reaction show, shut up Chelsea. It was 3-1. Yeah, shut up Chelsea. It was 3-1. Big performance, guys. Big performance. And I took note of some things. Yeah. The pressing, first and foremost. That was nice. When you have the chance to press the man, get them on the wall, you'll get the chances. And I think this is what Gabriel Martinelli gives you, but that is what Emile Smith-Rowe gives you when they are in the side. We have seen this partnership. Smith-Rowe was missing, but we have seen Kian Tierney, Xhaka, and Gabriel Martinelli last season in the Europa League. That is what they were trying to do. That is how these boys know each other. That is how they communicate, with each other. They know, and they press in a way that the opponent cannot have time to breathe. Look at the chances. It was barely a minute when Gabriel Martinelli missed a chance. It was almost a sitter. For me, a player of his quality. Now you're going to tell me because he's a kid. Yeah, I know he's a kid, but he's quality, isn't he? So a player of his quality, yes, I know it came on his wrong foot, the right foot, but why don't you calm that ball down and then have a better chance on goal? Maybe you could force out a corner, something like that. But it shows you the communication between this side. Yeah. 1 minute, we have a shot on goal. Actually less than a minute. We have a shot on goal. That means we were up for it. Yeah. We were up for it. We opened this game. We were like, yeah, it is our time to get these boys. So Martinelli, Xhaka, Emile Smith-Rowe, I've last seen these boys play together, the young lads. It was in the Europa League. And we're doing so well. Again, we were crumbling in the Premier League. The only difference was that last season, they didn't get a chance to play together, all of them. But this season they have, and they have still proven Mikel Arteta that, yes, lad, big man, you're wrong. We are the future of Arsenal. We are the exact players who need to play in the Arsenal side. And I do not disagree. Yeah? You do not disagree. These players have been absolutely masterclass. So I love the pressing. And Chelsea felt it. Yeah? Because Zuma and Thiago Silva, they never had a chance to link up with attack. So it was either you come and attack, and then we get behind you and you concede, or stay there and still bring the ball to you. Because if when you look at the goals we've scored today, yeah, you look at the first goal, the penalty, that was not a counter-attacking ball. It wasn't. It was Kian Tierney's brilliance. You have that ball, and I've always had my questions about Kian Tierney, always crossing that ball when the strikers you have do not head it. Why don't you try to cut in? Why don't you? Of course, he literally never does that. But try to cut in. Try to cut inside. And this in this game is like, okay, let me try to do that. He cuts in. Rhys James, who is apparently one of the best players in the Premier League. No disrespect, he is one of the best players on that right wing. Gets contact, and as soon as you get contact, you are in the enemy's territory. That is a goal scoring opportunity. You have to go down. VAR checking the contract. There was no need to check that. Yeah, there's no need to check that. That was a straightforward penalty, and VAR doesn't make any mistake. It gives us our advantage, 1-0. Yeah. From there, that is when I loved, and that is when I felt that we were going to win this game, because I told you, whenever we got a goal, in the past against Southampton, against Everton, whenever we leveled matters, whenever we got a goal, we became so comfortable. We were hungry to the Arsenal. Actually, I think I should have named this stream "Hungry Arsenal Bite Chelsea," because we kept on being hungry. The hunger was growing and growing and growing until we got the second goal. Yeah, we get that second goal, and you're like, okay, Arsenal have a second goal. Is it time for a Chelsea show? No. We kept on pressing, hungry. We became more hungrier. We get a third goal. Yeah. And we kept on pressing and pressing until a time when we had scored a fourth goal. Alexander Lacazette, I do not agree with the way he wasted that chance. Yeah. Why do you try to curl that ball over Benjamin Mendy? By the way, that was a world-class save, Mendy. A big up, brother. But why does he try to curl that ball over Mendy? The easier thing to do was place it just at the near post. He stood no chance. He would have, wouldn't have stood a chance. So I did disagree with Alexander Lacazette on that. But that level of hunger, yeah, in the young lads, that level of hunger, they do things that you don't imagine. What a performance, guys. What a performance. I really love these young lads. I really love them. Yeah, well, it's going to be very hard for you guys to believe that we can have these young lads game in, game out, game in, game out, game in, game out. It's going to be very hard, yeah, because, one, they are still young and so on. So you cannot really bring 4 or 5, young players and then put them out there for 10 games. But it only shows you that we need to throw them into the mix. They always have to be there. Emily Smith-Rowe is that player we have been lacking, yeah? You have that ball. Always, Arsenal, because we always have moments in games. We always have them, but we don't know how to drive that ball forward. We don't know how to break down teams. Yeah, you don't know how do I break down Chelsea? How do I break down Leicester City? How do I break down Southampton or Everton? Now, Emily Smith-Rowe gives you that. He's going to pick up those pockets, pick up those, those spaces, look for Lacazette somewhere, look for, Martinelli, open up Xhaka, open up, Kian Tierney, open up Bellerin. He is that kind of player that Arsenal have been missing. What a performance. What a performance, Emily Smith-Rowe. But I also want to talk about more things that I saw in this game. The other was the defending. Apart from the last 5 minutes, that was awful. That was so awful. I mean, we almost gave it away in the last 5 minutes. Last 10 minutes from 85 to 95. We almost gave it away. But I don't want to capitalize on that. I don't want to talk about for now. I just don't want to talk about that for now. I want to talk about the defending, Pablo Mari and Rob Holding. Now, when I saw this, I was like, oh, yeah, this is a mistake, Mikel Arteta. Why did you? Then I read Gabriel Magalhaes had gone into contact with a person who was infected with COVID-19, and he had to self-isolate for 10 days. He's going to miss 3 matches. This one, Brighton and West Brom. Of course, he has missed we have won the hardest. So, no apologies, Gabriel. You can be out, but we need you back as soon as ASAP, boy. But look at the way Tammy Abraham, Timo Werner, and Christian Pulisic were condensed today. Yeah? Now, I'm not giving any credit to Hector Bellerin, and I'll go back to the team selection. I'm not Mikel Arteta in. I do not like his team selection, and I didn't love it today. Yeah? I love the young lads, but again, I still think we could have got the same result or even better if Ainsley Maitland-Niles was on this pitch. Yeah, we could have got a better result if Ainsley was on this pitch. Big up for Mikel Arteta to leave out Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I think we have always wanted it.
Can we do without Aubameyang? Can we get another leader on that forward line if it's not Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? And I think Alexander Lacazette did it well today. But the defending was masterclass. You have to keep calm because you're versing 3 quality players. Tammy Abraham, who has scored 21 goals in 50 appearances for Chelsea, that is big. Yeah, that is big, brother. Now you're versing Timo Werner, who scored a baskets actually of goals in last season. He has not picked up so well, but he's dangerous. And Christian Pulisic, who is one of the most dangerous players in the league right now, one of the most talented Americans, if not the most talented, but one of the most talented wingers and attackers and forwards in the league. How do you contain them? Be calm. Yeah, be calm. There are moments when I feel like Rob Holding was gonna give it away. Like, there was a time, was it Werner, who crossed that ball, and Rob Holding clears that ball, and it is straight back to a Chelsea player, and that's like, Rob Holding, don't do this. Don't do this to us. We are not, we are not in for this, drama. We are not up for drama right now. But I think they were so good. Tammy Abraham is very good in the air. Zuma is very good in the air. Thiago Silva is very good in the air. And you saw, as the game was ending, he almost punished us. Yeah, he almost punished us. But Pablo Mari always kept on, challenging Tammy Abraham, challenging Zuma, challenging Thiago Silva in the air. We won the aerial duels. I think Rob Holding also has a role to play in this. We won the area, the area balls. We always won them in our box. And when it went to our corners, yeah, I think we did some, we somehow did well. I don't know, but we somehow did well. We didn't score any corner, did we? We didn't. But it was a masterclass from, in the defensive point of view. I want to talk about taking our chances. Yeah, I want to talk about taking our chances. Now, look, let me talk about 2 things: taking chances and creating them. In this game, both things have manifested. Emile Smith-Rowe created 2 chances, more than any Arsenal player today. Yeah, 2 chances. The goal we scored today, that free kick. Yeah, no, that's not a created chance, but it is a dead ball situation. That is another thing to talk about. Free kicks, dead ball situations. How do you capitalize on them? Because we get so many corners as us, no? We get so many free kicks, but how do you capitalize on them? But today we took our chances. Again, we didn't create so many. Yeah, we didn't create so many. I don't remember, because if you talk about the Gabriel Martinelli chance, we missed. We also missed. We missed out the Gabriel Martinelli chance. We missed out the Lacazette chance. Okay, that wasn't a chance enough. That wasn't a chance. But when the corner comes in, that is in the 85th minute, Mohamed Elneny gets a clear shot target. You've got to score that. Yeah, I know things happen, but you've got to score that. And then Rob Holding again gets another chance. Of course, Mendy, well done. Mendy, but we didn't miss so many chances like you would expect, but we took our chances. This is what it means to be a survivor. That is a survivor's move. Right now, I'm talking about Arsenal surviving. Yeah, that is a survivor's move. You take your chances. Yeah, Alexander Lacazette, you have a penalty spot. Take it. And of course, when I mean taking chances, look at how Kiantiani goes down. He's coming in the box. He has a couple of people waiting, but he's waiting for that communication, that contact. As soon as he gets it, he goes down. It's a penalty. Brilliant. Of course, I mean, it had to be a penalty, yeah? But that is a chance taken. Now, the second thing is, how do you finish off this chance? Do you know what happens? Alexander Lacazette, I'm going to say masterclass. What a penalty. Beautiful penalty, by the way. Beautiful penalty, Alexander Lacazette. So that is one chance taken. Yeah. Then you have a free kick gifted to you. I don't know how many. I cannot really calculate those yards. Are they 20 or 25 or 30 yards? I'm not really sure. But just at the edge of the 18 yards box, you know what to do. Yeah. Shoot it at goal. Try to shoot at the goal. We have always tried to bring those crows, those balls across the area, across the box, trying to look for the head of, Aubameyang, Lacazette, or Gabriel or something. But for once for once and for all, just put that ball on target and see what's happened. You know what happened? Granit Xhaka, the exiled member of the club, scored a masterclass. Yeah, he scored a masterclass. And this is one of the things we've been talking about always. Yeah, how do you take your chances? This has been affecting us. We don't create many chances. Yeah, we don't create many chances, but we don't, we don't take our chances. Now, the third goal, I don't want to talk about the third goal because I don't know whether Xhaka was creating a chance or he was scoring. But look, that was the worst cross in ever in world football. Yeah, that was the worst cross. And it was a master goal, a masterclass goal. It was a good goal because Mendy stood no chance, but his clear intention was to look out for Gabriel Martinelli down on the left. It was very, very clear. But I mean, it was a goal. It was a goal. So the other thing I want to talk about is the passing, ball possession, and the passing. Yeah, Granit Xhaka, Elneny. Now, none of those two is masterclass. None of those two is world class. None of those two is a talented good player, especially based on the evidence they have given us an Arsenal right now. But look at how they hold the ball, they pass the ball. This is something that has been pissing me off. We make 4 passes and the fifth pass is a wrong one. We make 5 passes and the sixth pass is a wrong one. Look, that playing that way, you're giving the enemy more time on the ball. You're giving more, the enemy. You're making it easy for the enemy to get the ball. One of the things that you have to characterize on football is how make it hard for your enemy to get that ball. And I think we did it today, did we? I think we did it. Yeah, pass that ball accurately. The accuracy in passing. Yeah, Granit Xhaka, Mohamed Elneny, Emile Smith-Rowe, Martinelli, Tierney. We never, on some occasions, yeah, I agree. We gave away the ball, weakly, silly, so soft. Of course, we know Arsenal players are soft, but the passing mattered today. It really mattered to me. And most of the chances that we created today, they were out of that. Pass that ball. Someone is making a run. The runs were I was so impressed by the runs, especially on the left. Gabriel Martinelli, Tierney, and Xhaka on the right. Yeah. It was the first time, by the way, look, it was the first time we saw both wings compete to make chances, to make things happen for Arsenal. Because the first goal comes from the left. Yeah. But the second goal comes from the right, because that free kick was, okay, let's say it comes from the middle of the park. Someone is fouled, and then we score a free kick. The third goal comes from the right, Bukayo Saka. Yeah. So it was the first time we see Arsenal try to utilize both wings. And you know why? Because Willian was off the pitch and Nicolas Pepe was off the pitch. When he came on, everything died away. I'm telling you, Martinelli comes off the pitch, the left wing is dead. Smith-Rowe comes off the pitch, the middle of the park is dead. Yeah, it is dead. Totally dead. So I was impressed by that as well. You've got to use all the resources you have. There is a reason as why that pitch is double-sided, and the reason as why it has a middle. You have to attack through the middle, attack through the right, attack through the left. That makes it hard for the enemy to concentrate on you. Yeah, but the reason that's why many clubs have been closing us down easily. I mean, it is simple, so simple. Block them from the left, block America Aubameyang. Today, Aubameyang was not there. Yeah, and we were not looking. One thing that really amazed me, we were not looking out for Lacazette. No, we were not looking out for Lacazette. We were playing normal football to create chances for anyone in the right position. That is what you have to do. Yeah, that's what you have to do. Whether you're on the left, don't look out for Lacazette. Don't look out for Aubameyang. Create a chance for someone who is ready to get that ball. We did it. Yeah. The other thing is getting into dangerous area. I think we did that perfectly well. Now, passing casually does not identify you as a good team. Yeah. Passing casually does not identify you as a good team. I hope you guys know that. Smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. Let's get the comments coming in as well. Yeah. And I'm going to talk about the performance and what it means. So Let's just look at that. But getting into the dangerous areas. Did we get into the dangerous areas today enough? My answer is no. But was it better than the previous games? The answer is yes. Yeah? The answer is yes. Because look at it, guys. Look at it in this way. You are Arsenal, you're versing Chelsea. You are Arsenal, you're versing Chelsea, and Chelsea is leaving the ball for you to possess. Yeah? He's leaving the ball for you to possess. What do you do with that? Yeah? What do you do with that? Do you know what you do? Do you know what you do? Try to pass that ball, move forward, get into the dangerous areas. Yeah? So that you can exploit them. This is what we failed to do against Southampton. This is what we failed to do against Burnley. This is what we failed to do against Everton. Because in all those games, we had 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 9 minutes where we were in control of the game. Yeah? But you know what we used to do? Smash that ball to the left, whipping crosses. Smash that ball to the left, whipping crosses. And those are easy to defend because Alexander Lacazette is, short. Not so short anyway, but he's not good in the air. Aubameyang, he's small, slender, kind of tall, but not good in the air. But today what we did was, let us try something different. Let us surprise Chelsea. Let us bring that ball to them. And that was courtesy of one person like this, Emile Smith-Rowe. Driving that ball into the dangerous areas of Arsenal. You get me? You drive that ball into the dangerous areas of Arsenal. Drive that ball inside the dangerous areas of Chelsea. Try to trouble them. Emile Smith-Rowe was always making those runs on and off the ball in front of the Chelsea defense. And you're like, what is he trying to do? Acting as a distraction. Most of the chances, most of the football we played was not through Emile Smith-Rowe. It wasn't. It was through either Xhaka, who's my man of the match, by the way. Tell me who was your man of the match. Smash the like button as well. Yeah? But the reason as to why Xhaka actually is playing well today, the reason as to why Martinelli is playing well today is they have time because Emile Smith-Rowe, one, is feeding them. Yeah? Feeding them with that ball time in, time out. Because I want to assure you, Elneny never did anything like get into dangerous areas today. His passing was usual. Sideways, 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 la 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 la, sideways, sideways. They love that. They love that. They have mastered that sideways passing. Granit Xhaka fighting for the ball was so good, by the way. On today, he fought for the ball. But again, he still has that mentality. Sideways, 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 sideways. Backwards, sideways, yeah. But today what was different is they didn't have that person to support them in passing the ball sideways. You get me? Yeah. They didn't have that, they didn't have that person to support them in passing the ball sideways. Whenever they passed that ball to Emile Smith-Rowe, instead of passing it back to them, he turned, moving up front, looking for Lacazette, who I think was so brilliant today. So brilliant. I was thinking about him, man of the match, Xhaka, but then I was like, but can I even compare his performance to Bukayo Saka's today? So I think getting into dangerous areas, we did so well. So let me give you the notes I took at halftime and in the second half before we go into your comments and what this game really means. So one, as we begin the game, Martinelli misses a chance. He should have done better. You should have done better, Gabriel Martinelli. I put you on my thumbnail because I love you. So if you do that, again, I'm banishing you from my thumbnails because that was a little bit immature. Yeah. I can excuse him because the game had just started or something like that, but you need an early goal against Chelsea. Imagine if he had an early goal and that performance, it should have been 5-0 or 6-0. Just imagine you beat Chelsea 4-0 after having a run of 6 games without a win. Do you know what means? But anyway, that was it. Hector Bellerin was captain. Oh my God, when I saw this, I was like, what the hell is this? But I cannot really condemn him today. But I was not impressed so much by his performance. Not so much, but he was linking up with Xhaka so well. So I don't want to crucify him. I mean, it's Boxing Day, not Easter, so not Good Friday. Then Bellerin and Emily Smith Rowe missed a chance in the 24th minute. Yeah, that was another moment. So we need to start learning again to take our chances. These young kids need a lot of guidance. So Bellerin and Smith Rowe, there's a lack of communication. I still remember. I know you still remember the chance, but it didn't really make me pissed because we were playing so well. In the first half, Gabriel Martinelli was going forward so well. I really loved it with Kian Tierney. Then what I noticed about Tierney at halftime, he was a little bit shaky, and Reece James was bringing in those crosses as much as he wanted. Yeah, and of course he was more exploitable, but I think he went on settling into the game and he became one of the best players. There, Smith Rowe was always in action. Of course, you know that Bellerin was making Tammy Abraham in set pieces in the corner. I saw Bellerin marking Tammy Abraham. I was like, what is going on? Yeah, you can't make Bellerin mark Tammy Abraham. These are some of the mistakes we have to forget doing. Yeah, we should forget making these mistakes. I'm telling you, we should forget making such mistakes. Yeah, we should really forget making such mistakes. But I mean, it really happened. Rob Holding and Pablo Mari, they were really, really, really defensively solid. I loved it. That is half time. And then the cover, they had the communication. Whenever Pablo Mari was away, Rob Holding could fall back. Whenever Rob Holding was not in position, Mari was there. I really loved it. So not really much notes from my first half. I loved the quality pressing. I really loved it. The pressing was quality. And then the Granit Xhaka strike. So let's talk about that, guys, for a minute. Granit Xhaka, however much he has been stupid, you give him a credit for this. And this is what I'm telling you. All of us want to see Arsenal get better. Yeah. So I'm not here to prove that I was right. I can't say Granit Xhaka, he's a hell of a player. Wow. He did perform to the cause. The cause is, can Arsenal get better? And we are getting better. Yeah. I mean, according to what we saw in the game, that was better. So the cause is, can Arsenal get better? How do we get better? Granit Xhaka, masterclass. Yeah. Good penalty from Lacazette. Very good masterpiece free kick from Granit Xhaka. Yeah. I don't think it's going to take 5 or 10 of those correctly in the Premier League in a season, but I think it was good. It was a good free kick. Yeah. I still want him out of the side. That is the truth. I still want Granit Xhaka out of the side. But with Thomas Partey maybe out, probably you think about it and you're like, playing El Neni and Ceballos, they look so similar. Yeah, they look so similar. They're kind of slow. They're like kind of weak. I mean, anyway, I don't want to talk about Granit Xhaka, but nice free kick though. In the second half, Mohamed El Neni was not really good enough for me in the second half, especially when he was giving away that ball so easily in the midfield. Chelsea tried to regain possession. Carlos of Mohamed El Neni, the pressing had stopped. I was not that good. But in the second half, this is when I saw Xhaka now taking over the game. What a performance in the second half. The goal was a mistake, but as it was a reward. Yeah, it was really, really a reward. Then the Lacazette miss, the Mohamed El Neni miss, the Holding miss, and Leno saves us with after saving a penalty, which was also masterclass. So where do we go from here? That is the biggest question. Where do we go from here? Now, this is a match. We have scored 3. When did we last score 3 games? We scored 3 against Fulham at the beginning of the season. Still remember? Yeah, we scored 3 against Fulham, and since then it has been a hell of a season. So this game doesn't really mean much in terms of the table. I hope you guys know that. Yeah, it doesn't really mean much in terms of table, because if I can look at my table right here and the standings, we are still in 14th. Yeah, we are still in 14th. We have collected 17 points. out of our first 15 games. Yeah. So it doesn't take us too far. It doesn't take us too far in terms of the table. But again, because all of us want, what we want is the impact on the table. We want to see the table impacted. We want to see a change on the table, right? So look at it in this way. Arsenal are 14th. Crystal Palace have 1 point more than Arsenal. Yeah. Newcastle have 2 points ahead of Arsenal. Yeah. Wolves are 3 points ahead of Arsenal. And West Ham are 4 points ahead of Arsenal. Yeah. Manchester City, who are 9th, are a couple of points above us. So I look at Wolves, who have 20 points, and West Ham, who have 21 points. So that means that if we win something like 3 games in a row, which I don't think is going to happen easily, but we need to hold on. Yeah, we need to hold on. But if you look at the coming games, we have Brighton, West Brom, Newcastle. No, Newcastle is the FA Cup. So it is Brighton, West Brom, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, and then Southampton. Before we go into the hard games against Manchester United in January. Yeah. So we need to win the next 4 games, drawing the confidence from today's game. And this is what I told you when I was beginning this show. Is this performance replicable? Is it going to be replicated? Are we going to see more of these performances, or it was a one-off? Yeah. If it was a one-off, nonsense, bullshit, I'm not interested. You get me? But can we get this kind of performances as we wait for Aubameyang to come back, as we wait for Thomas Partey to come back? Because imagine where you have El Neni, you have Thomas Partey, or where you have Granit Xhaka, you have Thomas Partey. That means the press is increasing. Yeah, that is it. And then secondly, you have Aubameyang now. He's leading the line. That means you're going to convert more of your chances because he's a converter. He's a goal converter, clinical finisher. Yeah. So this performance for me creates a question. Are we going to play like this? Have we found a way of playing football? Because, I mean, if we play like that, we have got an identity. Right now, one of the problems we don't have an identity. But if we play like that, we have an identity. Today, we didn't play on 2-3 players. Smith Rowe was vital. Xhaka was vital. Martinelli was vital. Lacazette was vital. And Xhaka was vital. What does that communicate to you? It means that if you continue playing like this, it's hard to keep you out of the game. This is what United do. Yeah? This is what United do. And I really love their performances. This is what clubs like Liverpool do, and I really love their performances. If you shut down Bruno, Marcus Rashford is somehow going to, break away. If you shut down Trent Alexander-Arnold, Jota is gonna score, and Salah. If if Man is out and Firmino, so we need more of these performances. That is what you call football. Yeah, for me, that's what I call football. That is what you call a masterclass performance. So brilliant, guys. So brilliant. I don't know how we got to where we are, but we got there. Yeah. So this performance is a question mark. It's a challenge for Mikel Arteta. Yeah. It's a challenge for Mikel Arteta. We have been telling Mikel Arteta that your squad selection, sire, your squad selection is awful. It is stinking. It has a bad odor. It doesn't smell good. Yeah. It doesn't have a tasty smell. We've been telling Mikel Arteta game in, game out that you have a nasty selection of squad. He was not listening. The day he tries to listen, he gets 3 points, 3 goals, concedes 1. So it's a question. Are we going to see Emily Smith Rowe more? Are we going to see Bukayo Saka play more on the right? Are we going to see Gabriel Martinelli more often now? Yeah. That is the question. Yeah. When we go in the January transfer window, I think this game has practically made it very, very easy for the board and whoever's going to decide on the transfers in January, where do we go from here? What do we need to do in the January transfer window? Very easy. Emil Smith Rowe may not be able to carry you throughout the season, but Emi Buendia can. It's going to be very hard to get House Semawa, but if you get Emi Buendia or Isco, that kind of player that drives you forward, the rest of the things are going to happen. Yeah. So it's a big challenge to Mikel Arteta. It's 3 points, and it raises the the ambitions of the fans, not in the manager, but in the team. Are we getting back? That is the question. If you can answer that, are we getting back? And how do you get back? Beat Brighton, beat West Brom, 3 in 3. Yeah, because we have always said this, time in, time out, that if this side can get a point against Manchester United, actually 3 points against Manchester United, there is no way we are going to fail to get a point against Burnley. Yeah, there's no way you can tell us that we're going to fail to get a point against a club like Southampton. And it has been visibly well. So the squad selection has now been, part of it has been answered. That why we have been losing so many games, the squad selection was shit, bullshit, nonsense. You can, name it wherever you want. Yeah. So Mikel Arteta now has to answer the question, consistency. How consistent can we be? Yeah. How consistent do we become from? Where do we go from here? The answer is consistency. Yeah. Can we press like this in every game? Can we create chances like this in every game? Trust me, if we can do that, it's a masterclass. Yeah. If we can do that, it's a masterclass. But if we cannot, do that, then there is nothing. You don't need to go in a game where you have learned, where in the past game you've learned nothing and you've forgotten nothing. Yeah. So we need to pick up a lot of points in this game. The pressing, the defending, the character. Yeah. Get me? We have always been there, we have always been there when we are 1-0 down and we don't score a second. We have always been in situations where it is 1-1 and we don't concede. We have been in situations against Leeds when you felt like we had to concede and we didn't concede. Now, can we also go forward more regularly in games? That's a brilliant performance, by the way. Brilliant performance. I don't know whether people saw this the way I saw it, but it was really, really a brilliant performance. And my question is, where do we go from here? Yeah, Partey is coming back very shortly. Aubameyang is also coming back very shortly. Can they find us in a shape where they are enhancing us, not digging us? And I was wrong, I'm telling you. I was really wrong to say that Martinelli and Smith Rowe cannot lift the club on their shoulders. No, they just did. Yeah, they just did. But at least not for so long. Yeah, not for so long. So we need to get the performances coming in. Yeah, we need to get the performances coming in. And I'm very, very, very delighted that we have been in Chelsea. Jeez. But before I come into your comments, I want to tell you this as well. Now, guys, this does not make fans like Ligan are wrong. This does not make us wrong. Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Now I know you're gonna say, Kosi, you don't want to accept, you don't want to, succumb to defeat. Call it whatever you want, but Xhaka's performance does not make him world class. Elneny's performance does not make them world class. So that means that Xhaka and Elneny are still a problem in Arsenal's midfield that need to be eliminated. The question now is, if we can play like this with Xhaka and Elneny manning our midfield, imagine if it was someone else. Yeah? Just imagine it was someone else. How would it look like? Yeah? How would it look like? But anyway, guys, let me just go into some of the comments because I'm really, really happy. Buy me some super chats on this Boxing Day, guys, because it is one of those days where I think So massive. Chelsea was so bad today, very bad, off point. They were so off point. I don't know what happened to Chelsea. By the way, it's really unfair, to talk about the Arsenal side without talking about the Chelsea side. So, look, Chelsea came in so confident. I think they thought they were going to get a result, whether they played well or not. I think they thought that whether Arsenal plays well, they are still going to come out as winners of the game. Because that is what has been happening to us. We have the ball, we pass it, we do what? We lose. So I think that's what Frank Lampard had imagined, that just go in there, let them do their thing, get 2 chances, score them, and yeah. And with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, out of the game, it was even worse. They thought we never stood a chance at scoring against them. When we score the first goal, they're like, okay, they have scored. Because I think Chelsea, in so many games, is the first side, to go below us, in terms of scoring in a game. So, they reach a point and like, okay, Arsenal is scored. Now we need to press. They were looking for that equalizer, which they didn't get. So they needed to switch to a plan B, which I think they didn't have. I think their plan all along was wait for Arsenal to make 2 mistakes, score against them, and go away with the win, as expected. That wasn't, because as they were waiting for us to make a mistake, they committed another mistake and we punished them, with a second goal. Those are 2 mistakes now punished. Yeah. So the problem Chelsea had is they committed more mistakes that were culpable and we punished them than we did, because they got a penalty and we got a penalty. So that is, the penalty is off. Yeah. The penalty is off. But they got free kicks near our box. We got free kicks near their box. We scored 1, they scored none. Yeah. So that was the difference. You have allowed Arsenal to go 2-0 in front. You've given them 2 mistakes, but you're also waiting for them to make mistakes. And we know Arsenal, defensive-wise, this season, we are kind of disciplined. Yeah, we're kind of disciplined. So it was now up to individual brilliance. Werner closed out. Timo Abraham not getting supply. Tammy Abraham not getting supply. And Christian Pulisic, his magic was not working. He didn't move with the magic stick. Probably he should have come with a magic broom and start flying around, something like that. But it wasn't happening. Yeah. So whenever you wait for a club to make mistakes, and this is the reason as to why we are losing games this season. We sit back and wait for clubs to make mistakes, which doesn't happen. And as you sit back, you're bound to make more mistakes. Yeah. You're bound to make more mistakes because the ball is always against you, and you're bound to make more mistakes as you try to push it away. That's what Chelsea, they were awful. Their game plan was so awful. Yeah. Their game plan was so awful. Nathaniel says, play the kids, man. Yeah, I do agree. The kids, what a performance. This is why we win the Europa League games. Yeah. Big up, Dennis. Yeah, you understand, man. You understand. Exactly. This is it. This is why Arsenal go out in Europa League and we win games. This is why we go out in those kind of games and out of the competitions and we are brilliant. Because there is that kind of communication, there is that kind of chemistry that the old players do not have and the young players have. Yeah. Emily Smith-Rowe passes that ball for Gabriel Martinelli without knowing whether he has made the run, and the fact is Martinelli has made the run. Yeah, we have not seen so many cases where one player releases the ball and the other cannot meet it. So it was a brilliant performance from the young lads. Very, very brilliant. Very brilliant, man. Chelsea are so bad. Today they didn't play football. Yeah. Our team B is hot. Sadiki tells me, look, I thought I was dreaming. I was putting on blue and I was like, okay, is this an Arsenal jersey? Is it a Chelsea jersey? But it is Arsenal, man. It's Arsenal. Look at it. It's really Arsenal. Yeah. Good job by the boys. This is Samuel. Big up my brother as well. Our team B is better than team A. That is Augustine. Amos says, finally, Arteta read my mind. These youngsters are on point. Yeah, we said it. We said it that you've got to change. You know, you can't be so predictable, man. You can't be so. We've been so predictable. You can't be as predictable at that. Every game, you're predictable. You've got to, you know, make a change. Yeah, at least play Saka on the right when he play. By the way, after, I think the problem we have with Bukayo Saka is the same problem Chelsea have with Werner. When these guys play on the left, yeah, they are good players, but they're more dangerous when they play on the right. I really loved Saka when he was playing up on the right. Frank Lampard need to get the hell out. Jeez. Let me just do like expressions. Jeez. In fact, we confuse them. Yeah, man. You know, look, when you bring something different that is not predictable, your opponents, you're beating your opponent's game plan. This is what we beat. This is how we beat Manchester United. They thought we were gonna sit back, wait for them to bring that ball, or we were gonna have that ball and, you know, pass it sideways. We didn't. That's not what's happening. We brought that ball towards them, and we didn't allow them to have the ball. So they're like, Jesus Christ, what's happening? Smash like button, guys. Smash the like button. I want to see the likes raise up to 100 right now for the Chelsea 1, Arsenal 3. Look, I don't know why my title is Chelsea nil. I remember I changed it. Yeah, I remember I changed it, but it doesn't matter for me. It really doesn't matter. It was a masterclass of a performance. Yeah, a really, really big masterclass of a performance. Chelsea have been hair dried. You get me? Chelsea have been hair dried. They can't save themselves. And I don't think Lampard is going to get sacked. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get sacked. But I said this in my match preview. They were not that side that is so good. Yeah, they were not that side that was so good. Chelsea was not Liverpool. If trust me, if we're playing Liverpool today, we are not going to survive. We were not going to survive, I'm telling you. But they were not Liverpool. They were not so good in the past 3 games. Yeah, we had to capitalize on that, and we did. We did. Then he says, man of the match, Saka. Yeah, man of the match, Bukayo Saka. Look, guys, what a performance. We're gonna do this in the player ratings, but what a performance from this young lad. What a performance. Not only in this game, but for the whole season. Yeah. Not only for this season, but for this game, but for the whole season. He has been absolutely brilliant. Yeah. He's been absolutely brilliant. I loved him. I really loved it from him. Smash the like button. Shut up, Chelsea there. Shut up, Chelsea. Yeah. Shut up, Chelsea. You know, London is red right now. Yeah. London is red. Anybody who has doubts on that? London is red. As we go into the January transfer window, we need to look ahead. We need to look better. And we are doing it. Yeah. London is red. Someone dare say no? London is red. Pick up Arsenal. What a performance, man. What a performance. I even don't have words to criticize anyone today. What a performance. Yeah. What a big performance, man. Still want to look at some of your comments. Alfred says, I told you it's time for Smith Rowe to show off what he has. He is very magical. He's a very good player. And I really, look, one of the key characteristics I love about such players is they're very good when they do not have the ball. They're more dangerous when they do not have the ball than when they have the ball. Yeah, that is what I love about them. Very deadly when they do not have the ball. When they have the ball, yeah, like players like Bruno Fernandes. When you have the ball, you can just push him off the ball. But when they do not have the ball, yeah, they can create a little bit of chaos. One touch like this, you're done. He's brilliant. He's a wonder kid. Brilliant, man. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Still taking some of your comments though. Francis Tando says Pablo Mari, Smith Rowe, and Martinelli were the game changers. They need to be given chance. I do not disagree. The likes are up, and everybody who thinks they want to join The link is coming up as well. Let me just take a couple of few comments here as well as I prepare for you guys to come on. Yeah. I think Osio now, okay, yesterday was Arsenal Day to win against. Congratulations, youngsters. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations, Jacob. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, everybody, Arsenal. Look, I told you I want this football club to go back to the top. Whether we win, through Granit Xhaka, whether we win through Squadron Mustafi, yeah. We'll talk about Mikel Arteta, at some point in time, especially when we read the performances. But I think right now, look, like DT says, credit the manager when he gets it right, scotch him when he gets it wrong. Today he got it right, credit him. Yeah, non-stop. Big up, my brother. You might support simply because I'm Arsenal fan, just like you. Big up Juma, big up Juma, big up Juma. Thanks for supporting the streams. By the way, I really love you people who watch and like. When you watch, you made my day. I mean, it's over. 200 likes is our target. We are on 60. 200 likes is our target. At least let us make it 100, guys. At least 100, please. Boxing Day presents. Let us make it 100. When Willock and Pepe came in our game, changed to the previous. Thank you so much, Timothy. Thank you so much. You're watching. And I said this, didn't I? I said it. When Pepe comes on, everything goes back to conventional, traditional. Look, we have been defending Pepe, but he needs to raise up his performance. Yeah? If Gabriel Martinelli comes and makes a difference, that means there is something wrong with Pepe, not something wrong with the way he's being played. Yeah. If Gabriel Martinelli comes from injury and makes a difference, that means there is something wrong with Pepe, not the way he's being played. So he needs to work. He needs to work on himself. And please put some respect to Leno name. Just stop the comparison. I appreciate Leno. That is Binu. Big up Binu, by the way. Let me just look for the link right here because you guys wanna come on. So the link is there. If you want to call in, look, I don't have a WhatsApp phone anymore. My phone has issues. So I first need to get a WhatsApp phone, unless there is someone who's happy to get me a smartphone. But I'm so happy. Trust me, I'm very, very, very happy. But as soon as I get back a WhatsApp phone, I am going to. What am I going to do? I'm going to bring back that WhatsApp group so that you guys can call in via WhatsApp. Yeah, and I also have something new. I think I'm going to get another kind of. The boys are in. Brighton are playing terribly, and
I want to say some serious news. Like I was commenting in your post. Like I want to say some serious. The serious thing is I saw from the Chelsea reports how from Arsenal AFC Bill, right? AFC Bill, our reliable source. Like that from Chelsea, they have one reliable source. And they have said Lampard is gonna get sacked soon, tomorrow. I don't know, I'm not sure because they have written in Arabic, and when I translated it, it came in English, and I just read that Lampard is going to get sacked soon, and Massimiliano Allegri is going to take that job because they wanted Pochettino, but Pochettino since he went to PSG, now they want they are looking in line for Allegri because due to his performance, due to against his big teams. We know they didn't beat any big teams, so I think he's getting sacked soon. Lampard. I just saw the news right now in Chelsea Twitter. If it's just checking Twitter, you will know that it's a reliable source. He's the one who reported Werner to Chelsea news. So I trust in him, and he told Lampard is going to either get sacked tomorrow or maybe in a week. So if he gets sacked, then they will appoint Allegri. But the thing is if we don't get Allegri now and there's no manager available, then there's no way we can get a right manager. So the thing is we are already now fucked up. We won against Chelsea, we didn't win against Chelsea. It might be a different situation.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks. By the Bino, look, if Chelsea sack Lampard, I won't be disappointed, but I think it will be a little bit harsh. He has won one game in his last 4. I don't know why people don't realize that Chelsea has not been doing so well. Right now on the table, they are 7th. Yeah, they are 7th. They have two wins and 3 losses in their last 5 games. And
No,
in their
and
last,
they haven't win against any Big Six team, not top 10 team too in the
yeah,
table.
exactly.
So like
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's why like I heard even the reports in that tweet. They told like this lady who is a Chelsea negotiator. She told to Lampard that like if they don't play Timo Werner, Kai Havertz together and they lose, that Roman he will get frustrated and he will want them for sacking. So I'm sure like they are getting the sack. He's getting the
Okay.
sack.
So anyway, Chelsea stuff, I don't want to get into it. I mean,
Yeah, I don't want to
they
get. But the thing is, like I just told, like then if they sack him, then they will get Allegri. Then we don't have any options then.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start. Let's start right away with you guys. Um, let me start with Binu because he has already been speaking. Binu, what did you make of our performance today? Were you impressed? Were you impressed with the overall performance today? I mean, what did you make of it?
The thing was like if Arteta removed Xhaka and Bellerin from the starting lineup when I first heard that like if he removed this both of them and kept Cedric and Ainsley and if we won the 3-1 I would be very happy. I will say like he at least got some knowledge to change this thing, but still like he played them, so I'm not criticizing him too much, and they played better. Never we all never expected to win 3-1. Let's be honest, like no one expected. So like it's like a surprising one, but I don't get carried away because it's just a one game. We might lose next to Brighton too, so we can't get carried away.
Yeah, it's a very important point. We can't get
Yeah.
carried away. I told people we don't need to get deluded. And I'm going to go to Mr. Relentless, Nathan. Nathan, you said in the chat that Lee was wrong. I love Lee and you love Lee because you're moderate on his channel. I don't think it was wrong, but do you think this performance means that fans like Lee and I are now screwed? Arsenal is a success under Mikel Arteta.
No. What I meant was like, oh, people are going to say Lee is wrong. I'm not saying I'm wrong. Of course, like listen, I look up to Lee because I agree with almost everything he says. But listen, we have to enjoy this win. We have to enjoy it.
Exactly.
Today we have to enjoy. Sometimes we got to treat ourselves. We don't have to be negative all the time. But listen, the reason why I say we have to enjoy it now is because this win will screw us over in the future. I hate to be negative, but listen, today, let's enjoy the win. It was a good result. I didn't think we were going to win, but now the board are going to look at this and say, oh, yes, let's keep him until January. Let's keep him. And then we go into Brighton. We go into Brighton and lose. Listen, Chelsea probably will sack. I wouldn't be surprised if they sack Frank Lampard. You see, that club, Roman Abramovich, she couldn't care less. Like, if you don't get results, you're gone. So if they get Allegri, we're effed. But listen, about the game today, this is what made me so happy today because he actually played the kids. He played the youngsters, and this is what I've been asking for the whole season. And he actually did what I wanted him to do. So listen, fair play to Arteta. Even though I don't want him anymore, fair play to him. I always gotta give credit. I don't think it was a tactical masterclass, but he did well with the starting
exactly. Exactly. I also don't think it was something that you feel that this team had come to play in this way, but the brilliance of the players, the brilliance of the young lads just overwhelmed Chelsea.
Because they just want to play football. They just want to play. They don't care about how much money they're getting paid as long as they have a platform to express the talents. They don't care. That's why they put in 100%. Emil Smith Rowe, like even though he didn't do anything spectacular, he did the basics right. He got the ball, was moving it quickly. Quick touches, keeping the ball moving, and that's what we need because we have players that stay on the ball.
And when Edu said boom, Messi, what made Arsenal fans angry, including me, is that we just wanted someone who can do basics right, pass that ball forward, get us into dangerous areas. As simple as that. We never wanted Messi, man. We never wanted Messi.
We want performances like this. We want performances where we go out there and we say, you know what, even though we're 14th or 15th, but we're still gonna come out and give 100%. Like I feel like the players today, maybe Arteta maybe told them that, I don't know, maybe my job's on the line because I also think Chelsea today were crap, man. If I was a Chelsea fan, yeah. Listen, my cousin's over here. Like like I always tell you about my cousin that's a Chelsea fan. Yeah, he's absolutely fuming. He's calling for Lampard's head right now. Listen, listen. What did I tell you? What did I tell you on the 24th? I said if Lampard loses, if I'm Roman Abramovich, I'm calling him up and I'm telling him to get in the bin. Listen, how are you losing? If you look at their midfield, if you look at their starting 11, their starting 11 blows our starting 11 out of the water. How he's managed to lose that game? Listen,
It's
I'll
like
never understand.
it's like almost 500 million or 600 million in that team,
He,
man.
he, he needs to get in the bin. He needs to get in the bin,
Yeah.
bro. Lampard out. But listen, it's a good
Zoom,
result, bro. It's a good result.
Zoom. How are you feeling? I know you're one person who really celebrates Arsenal wins, just like I do. When we win, I celebrate. I'm never negative about wins. A win is a win. Arsenal, come on, you guys. But how are you impressed with with this performance today? Is it the start of Mikel Arteta? I mean, because all the great managers at clubs, at some point in time, they get a savior game, maybe FA Cup, maybe Alexander Ferguson was saved by the FA Cup or something like that. Is this game turning things around, Zoom? I mean, what did you see today? Did you see an Arsenal that has changed, or it was just a one-off like we had against Manchester United way back? I mean, so many months ago.
I saw a different Arsenal, Kosi. I saw a different Arsenal. Emil Smith Rowe, doing the basics. That's what we needed. Someone in the number 10 area, creating, doing the
He
basics,
keeps it
linking
simple.
up the
Keeps
play.
it simple.
This is what we needed.
Proper
What a
football.
performance, Saka. What a performance, Bellerin. You get your stake, but today you were wonderful. Tierney. What do I need to say about Tierney, man? This guy is absolutely fabulous. Mari, excellent. Holding, didn't have much to do, but he was good. Xhaka, what a strike. What a strike.
Listen, he rapped that. He rapped that.
Leno, don't forget Leno. The save, penalty save. Leno.
Yeah, Leno.
I know.
Yeah.
Leno,
Yeah.
what a game. Elneny didn't have the best of games.
Yeah.
Martinelli,
I think.
man,
Yeah.
this guy presses 24/7. 24/7, he's running.
But he presses in his
He's not
sleep.
tired.
Yeah.
We got our own N'Golo Kante, fam.
Big up.
And then this game
Yeah.
was not good
Yeah.
to climb up the table, but for the confidence. But I'm still Arteta out. Arteta out.
Exactly. Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
not get carried away. I'm still
Yeah.
Arteta out.
Yeah. Mose, what did you make of our performance today? Just, I mean, when you were on your screen, what were you feeling? Were you feeling you're on Mars? I mean, was it real? Because for me, the first question I asked was, is this even real? What did you make of today's performance, Mose?
Hello guys, Merry Christmas first of all.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas.
I kind of compliment all the guys that they've been speaking. You know, they like I said, last show we did before Christmas. I said if Arsenal win, I will be very surprised. But if we lose, it won't surprise me at all. So, which they actually surprised me by beating Chelsea today. What I will say to the game is, first of all, if not because of the Willian and the one of the defender, if not because they are poorly, Mikel Arteta will still play William, which he will still play all the players that he's been playing. We probably come out and lose the game.
We need to talk about that exactly.
Yeah. So what happened? What Mikel Arteta actually what he did is he bring freshness, fresh blood into the team. What has been missing, Smith Rowe, that number 10 role. If you go and look at all the games we've played in the past, there is no linkage between the midfield and the number 10 role and the forward play. But Smith Rowe was in there today. He's picking up the ball from the midfield, from the defense, and he's linking it up with the attack. So, and again, don't forget Martinelli. This guy is his energy. He kind of, when Chelsea, you can see James today. James was having a nightmare.
Yeah, he wins the second balls. He wins the second balls.
I mean, I kind of like the way Arteta is kind of bringing him into game slowly. Took him off 70 minutes, took him off, give him a rest. But like all the other guys has been saying, this is Arsenal. Don't let us get carried. This is a one-off game. I commend a very good performance with Arsenal today. I'm happy with it. 3-1. It's not a bad result at all. But we really need to. We can go to Brighton the next game and we lost 1-0. What is the point of this win today?
Yeah, exactly.
If you understand what I mean. So we need to go to Brighton. I looked at the next 3 games that we got after today.
They're
They are
winnable.
all winnable games, which is Brighton, Newcastle, and West Brom.
West Brom.
They
Exactly.
are
Yeah.
all winnable game, but I would not say I'm not going to say they're winnable game because Arsenal can go on and do what Arsenal always does.
Always
If
do.
you understand what I mean.
Must,
So
must you, bro? Are you Arteta in now?
no, it doesn't change my opinion on Arteta. No, it doesn't change my opinion on
I,
Arteta.
I see I
If
see a
you
lot of people flip flopping today, saying, "Oh yes,
No,
Arteta
no,
in,
no, no, no.
Arteta in."
I would say don't let this game kind of uh give you two minds on Arteta, whether Arteta in or whether Arteta out. If you want to stay Arteta in, you stay Arteta. If you want to stay Arteta, stick to your what you believe in. But what I would say is don't these people forget that I was looking at the table. Even though we won today, we're still 15th in the table. We
Yeah.
won
Actually,
today because Leeds is going to win tomorrow. I can guarantee you that
yeah.
because they got a game in hand. If you understand, and Burnley has got 2 games in hand. If they won those 2 games, they're going above Arsenal, so which we can still slip down to 16.
Yeah.
People still needs to believe we're still right at the bottom of the table.
Yeah, it's true. It's not
If
yet
you
a point of,
understand what I mean. So
it's not yet a point at which you need to celebrate. I mean, we can't celebrate. It's not yet over. But
yeah,
is it the start? Purpose. Let me just engage purpose. Purpose. Today's performance, we almost actually gave everything away in the last 5 minutes because Tammy Abraham gets a header, they get a penalty, and probably I saw was it Pulisic, chasing a ball right, around the our defense. Almost 3 chances coming in the last 5 minutes. If Chelsea had taken those chances, it should have been 3-3, and we could have given it away. Of course, we need to learn from our mistakes. But Purpose, is it a game that gives you hope? Is it a game you feel like, yes, Arsenal is back and come on, come on the competition?
I don't think we're back. To be honest, I was pretty confident going into the game. I feel like, as Frank Lampard, as Chelsea's manager, I'll always be confident against going Chelsea because I look at him. Even the game we lost, I remember in Arteta's second game, we lost 2-1. He was lucky to get the win there. I
Yeah,
feel
we
like
were the better side. We were the better side.
we collapsed. Even the 2-2, we had 10 men. If we didn't have 10 men, I think we could have won that game. And then the FA Cup. And now, for me, I don't fear Chelsea anymore at all. I don't fear Chelsea. As soon as they got rid of Conte, I've not really feared Chelsea. To be honest, I feel like the team. This is typical of the team. We'll do this performance. We've done it against Man United. We'll have a good performance, and then we'll play against an Aston Villa. We'll lose. We'll play against Leeds. We'll drop points. We'll play against Leicester. We'll lose. So that's the problem with this team. For me, you can never be back with Arsenal. You can never be back. And it depends what you mean. If we're being real, if we're talking about Arsenal are back, that means we've been losing games because the real Arsenal will be losing games, and that's the problem. We haven't had any games where we can win 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a row. That's our problem.
Yeah,
we need
we
to
need a
win.
run.
We've been losing 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a row. That's been the big problem. And for me, I still think we have many weaknesses in this team. Don't get me wrong, the performance today was good, but players like Xhaka is not going to give us this performance
exactly.
week in, week out. Bellerin is not going to give us this performance. Rob Holding is not going to give us this performance.
El Neni also needs
all
to
these players. Most of the players, they're not going to give this performance. So we mustn't get too ahead of ourselves. But if I look at the result, I'm extremely happy. I feel like we needed to beat a team like well, because there's times where We haven't even played well. I think this is the first time we've actually played good football. I actually see good football today. I feel like we were unlucky to not get more goals. I think we could have been 4,
Yeah,
5,
yeah. It should
5.
have been
And
should,
in,
should have been 4. Yeah.
in terms of the goals we conceded, I was furious with Willock for the first goal. He dived in, he jumped, he fell for something that I never would have worked. He was never going to go for that. He let him cut in and cross the ball. And Abraham, for me, yeah, as soon as that first goal went in, I was worried. I'm not gonna lie, I was worried because if there's one team that can throw away a 3-0 lead, it's Arsenal.
It's Arsenal. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Arsenal. And to be honest, if the penalty save, if Milan doesn't make that penalty save, I honestly think the game would have been 3-3. I honestly think they would have got equalised at the end. But I'm happy, you know. I think I'm just gonna mention a couple of players that I think impressed me. I think Pablo Murray, he got a yellow card very early on, and he managed to keep himself, you know, disciplined. He done very well. He bullied Tammy Abraham. Let's be honest. I think Tammy
I'm
Abraham
telling you,
got bullied.
Tammy Abraham is a giraffe with feet. Giraffe with feet. I'm telling you.
He got bullied today, and that's Abraham's problem. He needs to get strong. I feel like if they had Giroud, it would have been a different story. But today he got bullied, he roughed up, and that's what I want to see. You know, it's good now that Murray is getting back. You know, and playing a few games. I want to see more of him. I feel like I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself and say this guy's, you know, our best centre back because, you know, we said that about Mustafi when we first signed him, and we saw how that turned out. You know, Mustafi is one of the worst defenders I've ever seen. But, you know, I feel Pablo Murray done well. I think, you know, yes, he's an awful player, but Xhaka did well, you know. Saka, Martinelli, Emil Smith-Rowe. I feel like we need to play with a number 10 now. We can't go 5 at the back again. We cannot go 5 at the back because when we have extra player, it's our defender. We can't have a defender as the extra player. We need to have a midfielder as the extra player. We saw today, if we had 2 midfielders, we would have been overrun by Chelsea because they would have had the extra midfielder. And now we even. So that's why we need to sell this. I feel Arteta, he done a good job with the lineup. Good. We had no agents in the squad. No David Luiz, no Willian. I'm happy. I don't want to see these two ever again. Willian, if I ever see this guy play again, I will switch off the TV. I will switch off the TV.
David Luiz and Willian, there is like there's rumors going about that they both want Arteta out. Yeah, which I'm not surprised. They're Chelsea boys. Chelsea do it every year. They just down tools.
Yeah, they sack their managers every year.
And I think, you know, that goes back to the recruitment process. We have Kia Jorapchin, because many people say these guys are here because of Kia Jorapchin, and probably he has an influence as to why Willian plays game in, game out.
Yeah, Willian has a restaurant in London. That's why he came to Arsenal, because he didn't want to leave London. He has a restaurant with David.
Yeah, what I say is like the guy we had before Edu, Sven Mislintat. He said like,
had he been a Dortmund?
Yeah, he was at Dortmund. Yeah, the one we got from Dortmund.
That was genius, man.
He even said like Kia direction is a bit dodgy. He said that himself. So I feel like that's a problem. I feel like we need to get rid of like these problems as well. I feel like a lot of people, we don't really look at upstairs, like Edu, Vinay. These people, we're not in good hands. Let's be serious, you know.
Yeah,
we're in very bad hands. And the reason why I've got Arteta, because it was the cheap option. Let's be honest, it was the cheap option of someone that.
So what I want to say is, you see, Arsenal, they've got the team in the Premier League playing in London are Fulham, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Tottenham. I don't know why.
West Ham.
And West Ham, that's right. I don't know why Arsenal go into a team in London to go and buy players. Yeah. If Arsenal goes to Chelsea and go and get the player the player Chelsea have used for a very long time, you know, that player is not an Arsenal. You understand? That player doesn't have Arsenal.
I wouldn't mind the Pulisic though. I wouldn't mind the Pulisic.
No, but he's talking about
Chelsea is not going to sell you Pulisic, man. Chelsea, they won't let him go because he's still in his prime. Yeah. When the player is finishing off, that's when Chelsea is gonna say, okay, you can go to any of the London club if you think you want to stay in London, because they know that you're not that club. You've played for us for a long time. How do you expect Willian to care about Arsenal? He's still got. You know, if you remember when he won, you know, this guy actually, William actually done his medical at Tottenham, and he went
Mm.
on to sign for
Yeah,
Chelsea.
yeah, that's true.
So when the fans are talking to him, he said, "Nah, he will never play for Arsenal." That is what he said. I can look for the video, the link. I can get it. I was like, why is he there now? You understand what I mean? So he's kind of if I'm Arsenal, I would never buy a player from any of the London clubs
Yeah,
because they're not
especially
gonna
above 30 as
Actually,
well. They're all
actually,
above 30 we signed.
I think.
come to Arsenal and just give you 110%.
Yeah,
Mm,
that's true. That's true.
yeah, it's true. Dinero,
Mm.
Dinero, we beat Chelsea. Is it
Yeah.
because they were too bad, or is it because we were outrageously, ridiculously good? I mean, were you
Mm.
convinced that we beat Chelsea because they were just bad, or we were too good for them today?
Bro, I think you know what is the young G's they came through. I think what happened was we forced them to make those bad decisions. We forced, and one thing about Martinelli, he reminds me of Mane. You see Mane for Liverpool when they start
Yeah.
pressing,
Mm.
he's the guy that sets the pace. He's the guy that forces the other team to make those mistakes.
Mm.
And I feel like this team, compared to the other teams, had the energy. They had some sort of like it wasn't even about the tactics. It wasn't even about like it was energy there. Like you could see it. Like we were just ready for them. Like for some reason, and I think also this is to do with certain players. The young players were there to prove a point. They were there to show. Listen, we can take this onto our shoulders and start and doing their thing. And that's what they simply did. Like you can tell that Arteta's lost some of the dressing room, but the players that were on today, they were there and they were ready to fight for him. Like look at Tierney, bro. He had a really good game. Xhaka, we criticize him a lot, but man, he done his things today. His passing was forward, held the ball well, made great decisions. I mean, he done a 1-2. I think it was for the Saka. I think it was for the Saka goal with
Yeah.
Lacazette. Class. And bro, we just like I think it was just it was energy, bro. It was just the people that were playing today, the young boys. They had a proof. They proved their point. They put in that work, and that was it. And I think that's the difference. I think what Arteta needs to understand is experience is not always going to be the best. It's not always going to be the best selection.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to go for the player profiles, that fit
Elite
your
speed,
tactics, that suit the system. You get me? And
Yeah, I can't disagree because he has always went for the experience in those older players, and we have always seen it. He wants to play the older players because he thinks they have experience, they know what to do, they can bail him out. In situations like today I saw the immaturity in the team, especially like I said, we're gonna give away that game in 5 minutes, or even less than that. We missed a chance on the other end when Erneni and Holding all of them missed that goal, and Lacazette actually, 3 chances we miss, and then they get 2 chances this side. This side they almost came back in the game. So you could see the immaturity in the game, but again the brilliance surpassed way above the brilliance we have been showing in the other games. But who was your man? Who are your men of the match? Let me start with Nathan. Nathan, who was your man of the match?
Saka.
Saka.
I think he played well. He was a threat constantly. The goal he scored, I don't know what Mendy was doing in goal. I mean, he had no clue what was going on. Let's see, he took it well. I mean, it looked like a cross, but I think he actually went for goal.
No, for me, I think it was the cross. I think it was a cross. I don't know what.
Well, either way, it went in, so who cares?
I think I think he was looking out for Martinelli on the left.
Yeah, I think Martinelli played well.
Mm.
Emil Smith Rowe played well. Um, I hate to say this, but I think Granit Xhaka played. He was decent. He was good today.
No, you have to accept,
Yeah, but
bro.
what I'm gonna say about what I'm gonna say about Xhaka is because Xhaka has got young players around him, so he got no choice than to keep up with their pace. Because if you look at Arsenal today, they make Chelsea looks like old men. They
Mm.
cannot keep up with the pace. If you understand, and this happened because of the freshness in the Arsenal team.
Mm.
So all the older players in Arsenal team have, if they see the look at Bukayo Saka, this guy is the only one. He's carrying the whole Arsenal on his shoulder. Every time this guy play, I just like, man, this guy is just giving 110%.
Mm.
He's
Yeah.
just he just want to make things happen
Yeah.
from anywhere he plays. He's playing out of position today. He's playing from the right, and he's still kind of doing his thing. And look at the one person that came on today that I was so not happy with, Pepe. You can see when Tini wants to take a throw in, it's not even when is he holding on to the ball. He's not he want to take a throw in. Pepe he has to tell Pepe to make a run,
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
one of the senior player.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
all those sort of things
Yeah.
you shouldn't be told. You should know
Even
already because these are the basics that as a professional footballer you should know about. And your one of your teammates is just telling you. I can't even count the number of time Pepe touched the ball today. He came on, he doesn't even really do nothing.
I don't think he
So
even touched
I
it.
don't know.
And
You know what
I
even?
think we have to ask ourselves a
Yeah.
big question. Today, is Pepe being played in the wrong way, or Pepe is the wrong guy?
Oh yeah,
'Cause
oh
I
yeah.
said I said when I was reacting the reaction, I said that it looks like Martinelli is coming back and is performing. Pepe has been here and is failing to perform. Is it being played wrongly, or is the wrong guy?
Hey, listen, you guys mentioned Pepe. I just had to bring him back up on my avatar.
Yeah.
Listen, this guy has quality. He has quality.
You know?
I know,
Yeah.
I know it's not looking too good for him, but trust me. Listen, I mean,
I
who
just
can really?
reckon it's not been managed correctly. That's all.
Yeah, yeah,
That
he
is
hasn't
what
been
I'm saying.
managed. He hasn't been managed correctly. I mean, if he was playing under like Klopp or a different manager, he look brilliant. But he's coming on like, I mean, what do you really want him to do? I mean, he's playing on the left. I mean, I do feel like he could be doing better, but at the same time, he has no confidence because he knows he's not starting the next game anyway. So I mean, even if he does score a goal from like the halfway line, he's gonna get dropped anyway. So I mean, does it really matter? So when he has that kind of mindset, I mean, how is he gonna come out and he's not gonna have any confidence because he knows the manager doesn't rate him. So I mean,
Yeah, but
he
if
can
you
only do
remember
so
when he
much.
was playing at Lille, he doesn't have a permanent position. He goes everywhere on the pitch. Mostly, he stays on the right and he cut in, but they gave him
Yes,
that free role that to kind of operate. But
that's because
yeah,
Arteta doesn't give the players freedom. Yeah, today
yeah, that's
he
true.
gave today he gave the players more freedom to express themselves, and
Mm.
that's how we were able to
Yeah.
get the goals because they'll move it into channels. They'll being able to move to where they want to move. Like like Pepe already knows that Arteta doesn't rate him, so I mean he can play as well as he wants, but he's not gonna get in the team the next game anyway. So
Yeah. I get what you're saying, but I just think today's game is just because Arteta played the right number 10 in the number 10 role. You're not playing your striker like Lacazette in the number 10 role.
and no, yeah,
You
another
bring
thing.
in a proper number 10 to come and play in number 10 role.
Another thing, yeah, this is why I don't rate Mikel. Yeah, big up for the win today, but still, I think Mikel Arteta out.
Mhm.
Why was Hector Bellerin captain? I'm looking at
Yeah,
the
I
tunnel.
agree.
That's the
I
I'm looking
agree.
at
thing. That is the
Guzzi,
thing.
Guzzi. I nearly cried. I was like, I
Again, man.
came out. I
From
was
Rob
watching.
Look, from Rob Holding to Hector Bellerin,
Hector Bellerin, yeah.
my God,
Oh
man.
my days.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
Hecky
It
B,
really
man.
doesn't
man.
make sense.
And
It really doesn't
bro,
make sense. Mose, who was your man of the match?
Yeah, definitely I would go for Saka as well.
Saka as
He's
well.
brilliant, man. This
Yeah.
guy is on another level compared to compared to the team is actually playing for. He always bringing his A game every time he's playing. He never hides. He knows the right time to run with the ball. He knows the right time to pass the ball. You know, he knows the right time to cross the ball in. But you know, he's been brilliant for me this season. So he's my man of the match, really.
Purpose, do you agree? Saka man of the match today.
I'm gonna be honest. You know, I'm gonna disagree with everyone. I'm gonna go different. For me, I feel like Tierney was the man of the match. I feel
Okay.
like from minute 1 to minute 90, I feel like he was our best player. He set the tone. He set the intensity. In terms of he won the penalty, I feel like that set the tone. And even like the amount of overlap run he made for Martinelli helped him a lot. For me, it's got to be Tierney. I feel like Saka good. Don't get me wrong. Saka was excellent, but Tierney was, for me, was solid. I didn't see him make like any shaky mistakes. So yeah, I'd pick Tierney. But in terms of like Pepe, I agree with Mossy. I feel Pepe when he came on, it wasn't good. He didn't look like comfortable. It's like, I'm be honest, when he came on, I actually was like, I was disappointed because Martinelli was doing so well. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good. He cost us 72 million. This is not a good, you know. We need to have confidence. But for me, I'm gonna say this. I don't think I've ever seen him play like 3 games in a row. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really blame him for
Exactly.
I can't really blame him for like not having so many good games. Because I look at Everton. At Everton, he was probably one of our better players. You know what I'm saying? And then now he gets dropped. So that's why, yes, the result worked for us. But if Arteta says like he picks the players on merit, really and truly, Pepe should have played. But at the end of the day, what he did today, in terms of selecting Saka, Martinelli, and Smith Rowe worked. So yeah, my man of the match would be Tierney, and then obviously second, I'd definitely have Saka. But yeah,
Yeah,
that would be.
I got a quick question here. I don't know if so the question I want to ask now is, look at the team that played with today with no Aubameyang. When Aubameyang get fit again, does he come straight into the team, or
Well, we have to play a couple.
do you guys just bring him straight
We
back
have,
in?
we have to play a couple more games with this group of players to see if it wasn't like a fluke, because you don't want to just put Aubameyang back, because you have to see if it actually works. So in Brighton, I don't want to really see Aubameyang. I want to see Aubameyang on the bench. I want us to go with the same exact team against
A
Brighton.
lot of energy, right? Yeah, I
Yeah,
get what
because
you
they had a
mean.
lot of. Because bro, if we started Willian today, yeah, we probably would have lost. Because
I'll change it.
Willian,
I'll change it for Brighton. I thought Brighton is Tuesday, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll change it, man. I can't. I know. We need to have rotation. We can't just. I know this was like a good good performance from these players, but I feel like we need to change it. I feel like against Brighton, they're gonna defend a lot. You know what I'm saying? So we need to have like a counter attack. So
you
I feel
know,
like
but that's
maybe
why.
Aubameyang is better than Lacazette for the game against Brighton because of the speed in behind. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Lacazette's link up play with Saka, Martinelli, Smith Rowe was good. So do we drop him? But for me, this is what I'm saying. We cannot be playing Saka week in, week out in Europa League and Premier League. It's not going to be good for him as a player. He's
Yeah.
going to get injured. He's going to get burnt out. It's not good. We saw with Rashford. You know, Rashford got that bad back injury. If it wasn't for COVID, he would have not been back. But we can't be rinsing our players too
Yeah,
much.
but
You know what I'm
Saka doesn't play in the Europa League anyway, so he's not.
saying? No, but
He's not gonna play him.
but I'm saying like now we're gonna get to the knockout stages. He will play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get
That's
what you
what's
mean.
gonna happen. So
Yeah,
I
but
don't
I
want him to
think
play week in,
it's
week
not
out.
gonna
But that's
play
what's
him
about.
until
You
like
have to
maybe
pay.
probably
You have to play your
quarterfinal.
best players, though.
I know he has to play, but there's games where we can be like, oh, we can drop Saka because we don't
Yeah,
necessarily
yeah,
need
yeah.
to risk him.
I
I feel
hear
like,
what
but
you're saying.
we've
I
been
hear
that
what
bad
you're
this
saying.
season. I feel like because we've been so bad, we need to play him. That's the problem.
Yeah,
But
I've been saying we should be dropping Saka like for a couple like months now, because you don't want him to be burnt out. You don't want him to end up like another Iwobi. Yeah, where he has all the talent in the world, but you just keep on playing him and playing him and playing him. But
Yeah.
listen,
I think
the reason why I
I,
say we
I
should play the same team is because you have Emil Smith Rowe who gets the ball and he's immediately looking for a teammate. And he doesn't hold on to the ball too much. When you're playing against a low block, yeah, you need people that can move the ball quickly, so the defense don't be able to like set and get organized. Because we have players that move the ball quickly, like Tiki Taka. spaces start to open up because some of the defenders get dragged, they get pulled out of spaces. That's why I say maybe don't play the same exact team, but play the same type of like profile of players that have energy and that are raw.
Yeah. That's a good
Dinero, man of the match.
point. I'm agree with I'm gonna agree with Papas, yes, because I'd say Tierney, man, because yeah, he set the pace. He set the pace, you know, and yeah, from the first minute to the 90th minute, man was just pushing, making those runs, and linking up with Martinelli really well. I do think this performance, though, I do think the other players now that have seen the young when the youngers played, I think when the youngers come in with this performance of youngers, yeah, coming in and playing really good, I do think they're gonna look at themselves and feel like, ooh, these guys are they're getting shown out kind of thing. Like I think these other players are gonna be embarrassed in terms of like their performance recently. So I agree, man. Tierney done his thing, bro. Tierney done his thing.
Yeah, let me quickly say something. I understand Dinero and Papa. I can understand the reason why you go for Tierney because he's a senior player. That as a senior player in the squad, you're playing with all those young kids in front of you. Then you've got to stand there. You've got to tell them what they need to do and what they need to know. I was kind of debating myself. Is it Tierney? Is it Saka? But the reason why I actually gave it to Saka because this guy has been performing week in week out. You understand, and he scored a goal today. So that is the reason why I gave it to him. So Tierney is one of the senior player in the team, and Tierney always be passionate every time he played. You always see that in his game, even though if he's having a bad day, you will see he's so passionate. He wants to win.
Yeah, that's why I didn't give him man of the match because that's what I expect from Tierney. Because my standards for Tierney is higher than my standards for William because I know Tierney is a proper footballer. So I'm not gonna just congratulate him for having a good game. You know what I'm saying?
And Tierney, and the thing with Tierney, you can see that's the future. That's the future captain there.
How about Hecky B?
Right
you don't rate Hecky B? No Hector Bellerin?
Do you know what? I don't have a problem with Hecky B. You know, I don't have a problem with him. I don't think he. I do think he's the best right. He's the best right back at Arsenal. I don't think
No,
he's paying
no,
Oh
no, no,
Lord!
no, no,
Oh,
no, no,
is
no,
this
no,
guy
no,
Nolan?
no,
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 he's
no,
the
no.
best right. Best right back.
That is the worst right back in the league.
Bro, he's statistically the
I
worst
tell
right
you
back
But
right
in
he's
the
the
now.
best right back at Arsenal.
No,
No,
Cedric's clear of
no,
him.
it's not.
Again
Cedric
today,
is clear of him.
I saw him caught out of position on a couple of, I think, 2 occasions, and I was like, oh, he's doing his things again.
Mm.
Yeah, but Hector Bellerin as captain.
But
Though.
what I don't even know why. One thing I see Chelsea doing today, I don't even know why Chelsea keep going on Tierney's side that they want to score a goal from there. They managed to get one from Tierney's side, but if they keep persisting on Bellerin's side, I tell you they will score more
Yeah.
because
but
they
they
don't go
couldn't
through
do
that
that. They
right
couldn't do
at
that.
all.
They couldn't do that because the person they had on the left hand side was Werner, and Werner's not very good on the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because Chelsea for some reason they put Pulisic on the right and they put Werner on the left. So they only had the only option they could go for was Pulisic. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't think it's necessarily the fact that they're just targeting Tierney. I think it's just because they had their better player on that hand side. I feel like they kept going for that side, not necessarily.
You wanna know why I don't rate Lampard as much as I used to? Yeah, because Callum Hudson-Odoi, when he came on, he absolutely ripped whoever was on that left hand side
he
to
was
bits,
really.
bro. If he moved him to the right side and let him go up against Hecky B, he would have ripped him a new one. I don't know why I guess he wanted him to go to the byline and cross. But for me, if you put Callum Hudson-Odoi against someone who's very like direct, you put him against like Hector Bellerin, you're gonna get spaces because Hector Bellerin can't defend in it. So
But
I
we
thought
gotta
he was
give him
gonna
his
put
credit
on.
today. You have to give him his credit today, Bellerin. I'll be honest, I'm not his biggest fan, but today he didn't really do too much wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, not many people might like him, but you have to give him his credit. You know, he didn't get beat much. You know,
And
I guess
I think,
as well. Mhm.
I think he's one of the players that were covered by the brilliance. I mean, he wasn't brilliant, he wasn't so good, but they were covered by the brilliance, and he didn't spoil the party.
Yeah,
That is,
that's it.
yeah.
That's it. I
Nah,
feel like
But
with
he
I
Bellerin,
shouldn't be
I think
captain though. He
nah,
shouldn't be
I
captain.
don't
He shouldn't
think
captain. He
think
shouldn't
nah,
captain.
because
I
he's
mean,
been there
that's
the
a
longest.
disgrace,
I,
man. Come
I
on.
think
He
He's
shouldn't
been
be
there the
captain.
longest.
I
You know,
think
that's
Nani
why
was
he's been
covered by
captain.
the brilliance.
But
Who?
another thing I want to say, I just think
Nani was covered by the brilliance. To be honest,
Oh, no. I thought, and then it wasn't too bad today, was he?
he was.
Yeah,
Before
he
that,
was
yeah,
alright.
He was
He was
he
covered.
alright.
gave the
I feel
ball
like
away more
Passing.
than anybody else today.
I agree with what you're saying. Like,
Before that,
he was the least.
guys, before that, let's welcome in Glenn. Glenn, welcome to the show.
Big up, Glenn.
Thank you, man. Hi, Cozy. Hi, Papus. Hi, Nathaniel, Mosey, Dinero.
Yo.
You're gonna greet everybody because of a 3-1 win.
And that is not where I'm going to stop. I've heard what you guys have been talking about, and Cozy, I don't need no introduction. Let me just say what I
know.
need to say.
No, he doesn't. Of course, you don't need no introduction. It's true, man. Yeah.
Papus, you can say it the way it is. Hector Bellerin leads Arsenal to 3-1 victory over Chelsea.
No.
Give me my 4 minutes of fame. Give me my Nathaniel. Give me my 4 minutes of fame. Give me 4 minutes of fame.
You're protected. You're protected.
You captain a guy and you win 3-1. Come on, it is not luck. It is not luck. The first time you captain and you win the game. Anyway, I've been looking at the games. We have 23 games to go, and if we win these 23 games, we can win the league. By the way, I've just looked at that too. And
it's just time.
I'm so happy, man, for the starting lineup. When I saw the starting lineup and I saw Martinelli, Smith Rowe, and who else are the youngster, Xhaka, I was like, yes, you're happy, but you're like, will they really be able to deal with the physicality of the likes of Kovacic? Because sometimes you need like a couple of experienced players there. But hey, it turned out to be those are the three best players we have at Arsenal. I've heard you guys talking about Pepe. I've heard what Mosi had to say about Pepe, and I mean, they should be ashamed of themselves. They can't play for 14 games and they literally do nothing. And Martinelli and Smith Rowe come for one game and they do better than they've done for the whole time, man. So I was happy that. Another one is Mustafi. I mean, things are looking very all over the place, and then Mustafi comes in for 1 minute and everything settles. Shout out to Mustafi. Start him in the next game. And who else played well? I was happy with the goals. You guys, I don't know if you mentioned, but Xhaka, it was not just for the goals. Let me have fun, Nathaniel. Let me have fun, man. We've won a game for the first time in 3 months. So Xhaka, that's not the only thing he did, by the way. He also earned the free kick where Xhaka scored. So he kind of dribbled past Kante and he earned that free kick. So yeah, he's definitely the man of the match for me, if you want me to answer that question. Very, very good playing on the right. He's definitely the man of the match. And I'd keep the same lineup apart from Martinelli, because I don't know if he can play 3 games in like 6 days, and I don't want him to get injured again, man. I don't want him to get injured again. So I'd drop him and Pablo Mari, bringing them on for the second half of the next game. Yes, I'll bring back Aubameyang for that one, because when you start winning games, everyone wants to, like, you know what, let me also come back and get a goal or two myself. So this is the perfect time to bring him back in. And if he comes back in, this is our chance to finally beat Brighton. So yeah, I am so happy, because, man, I'm so happy, man.
I know. I can hear the voice. I mean, it was when I think it was that I had the same voice when we lost to Burnley. I was so fuming, guys. I was so fuming. I mean, I don't know, but yeah. Where do we go from here, Glenn? This is the last question we shall answer today. Where do we go from here? Is it? For me, it's a game that has cleared everything for us. Everything. It has shown us where we need to go in January transfer window. Yeah, it has showed us where we need to go in the January transfer window. Exactly, what needs to be done first and foremost. Then it has showed us what we need to do in the coming games, how you need to play, what has been what we've been doing wrong, what we've been doing right, the team selection, and so on. So I think if Arteta doesn't learn from this one, I mean, the board will not have any reason. Will not have a reason. For me, I don't have a reason for Mikel Arteta. I think he's not the right man for this job. But I think this is a game that has showed us exactly. But Glenn, do you think it's a start? Did you see it as a start, or you saw it as a one-off London derby fight where we never wanted to lose?
Yeah, I know you said what we need to do, but who we need to get rid of and who we need to play. I know you wanted to out. I know how much Nathaniel and Mosley they don't like Arteta that much, but I'm still Arteta in, and I'm still giving him January transfer window. So where do we go from here? We go for the league title, Cozy, from here, and then we also go for the Europa League and FA Cup quadruple. And luckily, I wish we played Man City next week and not the previous week. We could have smashed them 4-1.
Oh, Glenn, you know what?
So, Yeah.
We can finish top of the relegation zone. We can finish 18th. Top of the relegation zone. Come on.
That is a positive. That is a positive. A win. We've actually won a game. So where do we go from here? We first need to. You have 3 games in a week. If you win 3 games in that week, all of a sudden things are changing for you. So first of all, it would be so Arsenal if we go.
I think
it would be so
think
Arsenal.
we're
Go ahead.
9 points behind Chelsea now. I think. No, 7.
I'm looking at Liverpool.
No,
actually,
9
not
points
Chelsea.
behind
I'm looking at
Chelsea
top of the
right
table.
now.
Yeah, so for me, Brighton, it would be so Arsenal if we go and you lose to Brighton. So that is what I'm hoping doesn't happen. Keep the same momentum, keep the same energy, fight. Because today, after we scored that second goal from Xhaka, all of a sudden I started seeing Xhaka running after the ball, Bellerin running after the ball. What was that energy in the last 4 games? So all of a sudden things change for you after you win a couple of, not a couple of games, it's been 1 game. It feels like we've been winning. It really is Christmas. It feels like we've been winning for so many games.
Yeah,
So,
I said we played like a team that is on a run of 10 games winning, man.
Yeah, it looks like that. Thanks to Captain Bellerin. I agree with you, Papus. He's not only the best right back at Arsenal, but in the league.
I never
Better
said
than
he
James
was the best
Bellerin.
right back. I never said he was the best right back.
No. You don't have to take it back. I agree with you.
I never said that. I never said that. It was the Nero that said that.
It's also good on the runway as well, bro. Don't worry about it.
Dinero.
Yeah.
We win. We win on Boxing Day. We want to turn things around, not to be above relegation, but at least to be in a top 10 fight. We have a January transfer window that's coming on, and a kid that like Emil Smith Rowe is not going to take us for the rest of the 23 games. We know that, so we know what we need to do in January. Do you think all of us, the board, the manager, and everyone, the fans, us, are going to see this game in light of this is the way, or it's a one jolly moment. We are going back to the wars and wars and wars, like Big Sam said. We are in a relegation fight.
Do you know what it is? I think this game answered so many questions that the fans had. Don't know about the board, but everyone from outside looking in. What do Arsenal need? Is it a number 10? Is it a creative midfielder? What's going on? Is it the problem with the players? Is it the tactics? And you could see that it's the number 10. But as soon as Smith came in, we just looked so much better. But then you could also see is that the players that were on today, they were fighting. They had the energy was there. And you could see if we go into the January market and we add another number 10 like a Bendia or what do you call it? Or some Awa, bro, will be. I think this team can improve like dramatically compared to how we're doing right now. So 100%, I think now it's let's see how we do, but 100% is by us adding someone else in, we can do damage.
Okay. I think I'll ask the transfer question to Purpose. Let me ask Mose this. Mose, does this game really show that Mikel Arteta is the problem at us? No, he's been choosing the wrong players all the time. The day these wrong players get injured, and he doesn't have not injured, but they have COVID-19, something like that. Willian has COVID-19. I don't know why. Where he got in from, but they're saying he's not going to miss so many games like Gabriel, because Gabriel is going to miss around 3 games. So it looks like Arteta shot himself in the foot today, trying to tell people, you've been telling me the right thing. I'm doing it now, and it gives us results. So does it really give us, a go ahead that if we lose the next games, it's going to be all on Mikel Arteta, or it is still, the brilliance of the squad, the lack of quality in the squad? What does it communicate to you? Does it, do you feel like, however bad the squad is, we still have a chance to be 7th, 6th, at least in that race, instead of being in the, 18th, 19th race?
Yeah, two things I want to say on that one. First of all, I would say he's been setting up us wrongly. So all the player that you've been playing, that you've been losing games, you keep kind of persisting on it. And secondly, if we're losing game, it doesn't have a plan B. If for example, now if we are losing this game today with those kids that they don't know what to do, you as a manager, you will still be telling them to carry on doing what they're doing. Because if you listen to the interview where the one Tierney did after the game, he said the press asked him, "Oh, what did the manager say to you after him?" He just said, the manager just said, "Oh, carry on what you do, carry on the way you are. Keep." If you understand what I mean,
He
if you
told them to
understand what I'm
come up
saying,
with.
so he
He
kind
told
of
them to
tell them keep,
freestyle.
yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Even though if Arsenal is losing 2-0, if it is Arsenal losing 2-0 at halftime, it will still be telling them keep doing what you're doing, instead of you to look for a solution to be able to come back into the game. You can see when the second half comes, Chelsea make two changes. They want to go and control the game, if you understand what I mean. So that if it is at Arteta is not going to do that. It will just come out with the same 11 player and he carry on doing what he's doing. So I would say all the games that we've been losing, I would say he's the one selecting the player, so it's his fault. He came on with a completely different idea today with the freshness in the team, and they kind of come up with a victory today. So yeah, to me that is that's what I would say about him. I'm not going to say he's the player, because the player will not select themselves. It's the manager that is going to select the players. So assuming before he gets to like maybe probably is it 7 games we lost, 6 games we lost in a row. So you lost the first one, you lost the second one, you lost the third. You might be thinking, okay, maybe probably third time lucky, and you lost that third one. On the fourth one, just try something different. You're the manager. Just be ruthless. You just tell them that you guys are not working for me. I want to try something different today. So
Message to Arteta.
Yeah.
Message to Arteta. Keep doing what you're doing, Arteta. Keep captaining Bellerin, and you could
That's
win the
right,
league.
yeah.
Keep freestyling, Arteta. Keep freestyling.
freestyling it. So
It's
and
working.
again,
It's working.
it's working. And again, I think Arteta actually today he kind of let those guys go out there and just release the handbrake and just let them enjoy the game today. Just go out there and
I agree. Yeah.
enjoy yourself. So
I
that
agree.
is football. You don't want to tell the player that when the ball is here you have to be in this position. When the ball is here, you have. Football is a free game. You just let them go out there. Let them have fun. And yeah, he come out on top today. Yeah, I give him credit for that. But that doesn't mean that Tata still stay in. Tata out.
Yeah, listen, this result showed me here that how weird of a manager he is. Because if you can do this, why not just do it every week? Why not just play the kids every week? I mean, I know that's not realistic. But you might as well just do that, because this game just showed me that it was the players that went out there and just played for the badge. It wasn't like I took to set them up and it was a master class. No, he just told the young players go out there, just play ball, just play football, and that was it. So I mean, I understand what you guys are saying. If you get a creative player, then we're gonna fly up the table. But for me, like the system today, that I feel like there actually was no system today, and that's why we won, because the players just were able to play with more freedom and run harder and do things that they weren't doing before. But if you're gonna bring in more players, you got to make sure there's a proper system. So when the players come in, it's not like you just throwing the players in there and you're telling them to freestyle like what Man United do. You have to make sure there's like a proper system there. So for me, I'll give Arteta credit, but today, yeah, I think he did well picking the team, but to
Say
go
that
on,
again. Say that again. Say that again. You give Teta what?
yeah, I gave him credit
Yeah.
at the beginning of the show.
Okay, say it again. Say again.
I said I give Arteta credit, yeah, because I'm
Oh,
his
fine.
harshest critic, yeah, but I also like to
Yeah.
be fair to managers, yeah. Picking the lineup, yeah, I don't agree with Hector Bellerin even being at the club, but to give him that captain's armband, that was a risk, and it paid off. It paid off, yeah. I'm hoping he doesn't do it again, but it paid off today. But listen,
Would you keep the same lineup
Oh,
on Tuesday?
huh?
Would you keep the same lineup on Tuesday?
The same personnel, like the same type of players. Not the same exact every play like for like, but like I keep the same kind of energy because you got to play some of these youngsters, man. You got to give them a platform to play. But for me, Arteta, yeah, like I said, he picking the team, he did well today. Even though some of his guys that he brought in was injured and they had COVID and all that, but for me, yeah, this is not sustainable. This was just a one-off thing. If we go to Brighton and we smash them up 4-0, then I'd hold my hands up and be like, okay, maybe he's trying to turn the corner. But I'm not gonna sit here and say we're gonna win the league. We got to remember the manager who's in charge. Tap us.
I will be honest. I will be honest. Even though if Arteta go on and win 4 games or 5 games in a row,
It's not sustainable.
It's not going to change my opinion on him.
Yeah.
Oh, come
if
on,
you
Mosey.
understand.
Come on.
No.
I've been honest.
We can't
I've
be
been honest.
reactionary.
The reason why I said that is because people doesn't
yeah.
the previous manager doesn't have this chance that he had. Remember, Emery went 22 games unbeaten. All those 22 games we didn't lose any of them. They didn't look at that. They didn't look at last time he went 22 game unbeaten. Let us give him another maybe a month or 2.
We should have gave
But
Emery
how
like
many-
3 years.
We should
But
have kind of.
we gave him longer though. We gave
No,
Emery what?
we
Gave
don't.
who longer?
But no, Emery doesn't have this chance that Arteta
No.
has.
But
He had
Arteta's
a
had
year.
multiple players backed. He's been backed by multiple, like he's been able to sell players he doesn't want. Well, not sell players he doesn't want, but he's able to re-sign players. He got rid of Guendouzi, who he didn't fancy. He's not playing Saliba, who he doesn't rate. So I mean, I'm not saying that he's been backed
That one
back.
is
But I'm saying he's had
And again, he doesn't know how. He doesn't have a skill of man management.
listen. I look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, yeah, and because his name kind of holds weight in the footballing world a little bit because of what he did in 1999, some of the players respect him. So, but I look at Mikel Arteta, and he hasn't really achieved anything in the game. Yeah? So I'm thinking, yeah, right now today is all good vibes, but in a couple of weeks' time, will we end up back where we are? Yeah, we're all gonna have egg on our faces because we were all hyping him up after this result. So I'm saying, listen, I said fair play to Arteta. He done well today, all right? But this is not sustainable. He's not gonna all of a sudden, if you give him plays, we're not gonna all of a sudden fly up the table, yeah, and say, oh yeah, we're gonna win the league. I don't think that's gonna happen. But listen, fair play to Arteta, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's
Smash the like button if you're live. Smash the like button if you're live. I mean, we beat Chelsea on Boxing Day, and it doesn't get any better than this. Arteta in, Arteta out. I mean, that is another fight with me and Glenn. On another day.
Arteta out. Tap Aspirant is out.
Purpose, you realize this is the last game we have played. Is it the last game we are playing in December?
No, we played Brighton. We played Brighton on the 29th or something.
On the 29th, eh?
Yeah.
So the last game we are playing is Brighton.
29 Tuesday.
Brighton at home.
Yeah,
The only game Brighton have won at home in this calendar year is Arsenal. That's the only team they've beaten at home.
Yeah. So, and then we go into the January transfer window. This is where I want you, Purpose, to touch. We are going in January. We have had a performance. It shows what we are lacking. How many signings are we needing? And who are those players you would just target? I mean, 1st January, 2nd January, we're out of we're out of the window. We continue with our, preparations for the season. Who are those players that you've seen that, this is, what we are clearly missing, and you would go for these?
I feel like we need 2 midfielders.
2 midfielders only.
No, no, no. Two midfielders, and I'd probably, if we sell, I'd probably go for a right back because
Okay.
if I'm looking at it, I feel if Atletico Madrid do go for Maitland-Niles, is Maitland-Niles gonna stay?
Mm.
He could possibly go. You know what I'm saying? So I would look at a right back. But yeah, if we're talking about midfield, I still think we need midfielders. I feel like we need to get rid of our midfielders so we can make space for these guys as well as put in Mill Smith Rowe, Willock as well when they can come in. You know what I'm saying? So I'd have these two. I'd obviously I would have loved Szoboszlai from now of Leipzig, but he's not there. So for me, I'd go for Bendia now. Bendia as the creative midfielder, and then obviously I would go for the other midfielder. I would go for is Awa. I would go for those two. For me,
Mm.
we cannot. The problem with Arsenal, we only go for one player per window.
Mm.
Why? Just get the players you need in one window. I don't mind if we get our players in one window and then maybe the next window we don't bring in much players. You know what I'm saying? We don't always need to make the headlines of, oh, we signed this player on deadline day. Oh, we signed this guy, this year and then this year. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at uh, Chelsea this year. I know it might not be working out, but they got all the players they wanted this year. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to do. I feel like
No long thing. Mm.
we can't take time because if we take time, by the time we do bring in these players, the players, the older players, we need to go. We need to replace them. So it's just gonna be a cycle of repetition of sell buy each summer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like one summer we signed Özil, then the next summer we signed Sanchez, then the next summer we signed or a couple summers after that we signed Lacazette and then Aubameyang. You know what I'm saying? If we do that all in one window, I feel like that'd be the good thing. But we need a creative midfielder. We can't just rely on Smith Rowe as our creative midfielder. I think Bendia would be a good option for us. I feel like he's not the name that everyone wants, but this is the problem for Arsenal. We can't be going for big names all the time. We need to go for someone, a humble player. You know what I'm saying? You saw Mane. Mane was at Southampton. You know what I'm saying? He was a humble player. And look at him now. He's one of the best players in the world.
Yeah,
Look
but
at
Mane played under Klopp. Buendia is gonna come under.
No,
He's gonna
no, but
start playing under.
I'm just talking about
no.
the player. I'm just talking about the player, and I'm just talking about the player. You know what I'm saying? And we look at it like this. We have to give Arteta his credit. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the players that he brought in are pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Gabriel is a good player. Partey, he's a good player. I know he's only played like 4 games, but you know what I'm saying?
William Luis, best centre back in the
Okay,
world.
okay. That
But
I don't think
that's
this
Edu,
time-
man.
I don't think. Yeah, I think that's more Edu and clear direction because I know. Yes, he renewed the contract,
No,
but let's
He
be
renewed
honest.
his contract.
But I don't think he has that type of power to say no. He doesn't want this player. You know what I'm saying? I feel like intentionally he was like, I'm gonna bring this player as squad player. But I think there's something in this contract that he didn't know about until Lee signed it, saying that Willian needs to be involved this many times X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? So yes, he has weaknesses. Let's not be silly. You know what I'm saying? Arteta he's not top 10 managers in the league. You know what I'm saying? But if we're gonna give someone time, you know what I'm saying? We should. I agree with Mossy. We should have given it to Emery, but let's be honest with Emery. He lost the dressing room. No matter how good a coach he could have been, he lost the
Arteta lost the
dressing room.
dressing room. He's
How do
losing
we
the
know that
dressing room.
though? Because we still got players.
But you got
doing
players
results like
kicking
this.
off in training, punching each other up. You got
Yeah, but
players
how,
coming
how,
out
how,
with
man.
indirects on
no, but
Instagram.
how do we know that's Arteta's fault? That could just be because of the intensity of the
Bro,
training.
news is getting leaked every week. News is getting leaked
No, but-
every week.
No, but that's the problem. Is this person inside information trying to add fuel to the fire? Is he trying to cause the problem?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, if players were to fight between each other, I'm not worried. I'm just saying that's the intensity of training. Sometimes training gets heated. Most of I'm not sure about all of you guys, but we've all played football in the park. Sometimes a bad tackle might have happened to you. You're not happy with the person. You want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? It happens. I'll be worried if they wanted to fight Arteta. That's why I'll be like, oh, okay, this is falling out of position. But we know with Emery. I remember, I think it was after the Victoria game where the players were making fun of this guy. So we can't say
Yeah,
that.
but Emery got better. Emery got better results out of a worse squad than Arteta though. And he's saying he lost. He did lose the dressing room at the end of the day. he didn't even speak proper English. Arteta speaks
Wait,
fluent
do you
English.
think?
The players
Wait,
are
so you
still
think?
performing.
So going off what you're saying, you think Arteta has a better squad now than with Emery?
Of course, Arteta had
Nah, he
Lichtsteiner.
did.
He had
You mean that Emery had Lichtsteiner? You know.
yeah, Emery
Nah,
had
Emery had
Lichtsteiner.
Ramsey and the man
Yeah,
there, bro.
No, but yeah,
averaged like 3 goals.
I agree and disagree. I feel like he had the bad players he had
Emery's
were
a better
really bad.
manager. Emery's a better manager, but of
No,
course,
obviously, let's not. He's a
Yeah,
better
obviously,
coach. You know what I'm saying? Let's not be silly. You know, 3-time European winner. Let's not be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it didn't work out for us. But what I'm saying is, like Arteta, this is the problem. We're realizing that the players are crap. You know what I'm saying? I feel like,
Facts.
and Arteta's having to deal with that. I think this is the problem. We are just a shit mess. That's the problem. We don't have a good manager. We do not have a good players. We do not have a good ownership, good board. That's the problem. Where I feel like if there was one place where I feel like could have potential is the manager because he's new to the game. You know what I'm saying? That's the only
yeah, and that's
kind
the
of hope
problem.
I can
He's
have.
new to the game.
No, but
That's the
what
problem.
I know what you're saying, but I'm saying like in terms of if there's any hope in terms of what can improve as the person, you know, as one thing that can improve within themselves, I think that can be Arteta. I don't think the players. Let's not be silly. Mustafi is not going to improve. David Luiz is not going to improve. These players are not going to improve. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, and those are players that are leaving because Mustafi is leaving.
good.
Luis,
Rid that guy.
Mikel Arteta offered him a new contract.
and where do you blame Mikel Arteta is playing these players who are leaving, and you don't play William Saliba, who you are going to coach for the next 5 years.
That's the problem with him. That's the problem with Arteta. That's what I'll say. That's his biggest problem.
That's what you're gonna get because he's like the
Arteta's better.
experience.
Well, I would
No,
say,
no.
I would say something here. You know, when they offer Mustafi a new contract, when he said he doesn't want to sign it,
Imagine getting rejected.
and the last time when they are talking to Pep was saying that Arsenal they will be making a big mistake if they sack Arteta right now.
Of course,
right?
he's gonna say that.
Immediately, you see what the reason why I don't agree with what Pep said is because immediately if Mustafi is playing for Man City or if Pep is an Arsenal manager, immediately Mustafi said he's not signing a new contract. He's out of the team. He will never play for Pep again.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Eric Garcia still plays.
No,
Eric Garcia
look,
still
Bro, go
plays.
ask City fans if they want Arteta back. Go
even
ask
before
City
that,
fans if they want Arteta.
even before that, Pep finds Eliakwi Mangala, players like Eliakwi Mangala at Manchester City, and they're the same caliber as Mustafi. He throws them, he throws them out. Arteta is fancying them over, a highly rated defender.
No, but don't forget. I feel like people forget here. Don't forget, Pep played Otamendi quite a lot. You know what I'm saying? He played. He played so many dead players. You know what I'm saying? And I was like,
Benjamin
what
Mendy.
I'll say,
For me, Otamendi was not an awful defender like
season, I'm
Mangala.
saying in his first season, people are forgetting he had Clichy, Kolarov, Otamendi, all these players, and then he brought in his own players. So it's,
but where are those players now? Where are those players now? Where are they?
The players are in
you know
the
what I'm saying? No, but look at the way
He
Man City
get
are
rid
run.
of them. He get rid of all of those players.
No, but let's be honest. He got rid of them because he had the people above him knowing what they were doing and bringing in the players that they wanted as well. It's not. I know it's easier to be done. It's easier to be said than done. You know what I'm saying? These players, they're very hard to get rid of because of the wages they're on. Nobody wants these players. That's how crap they are. You know what I'm saying? Even on a free, I wouldn't be surprised if no one wants to take these players because how bad they are. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying is you cannot blame Arteta for trying to sell these players and they can't be sold. What you can blame him is keeping on playing them even though they're really bad. You know what I'm saying? That's what you can blame him. Like I never, for me, I agree with what he said, Musi. You're 100% correct. Mustafi should never play again after he rejected the contract. That should be the way. But we have to look at it like this. I don't think he has much choice when we've been light in defense, you know what I'm saying, in terms of injuries, Mauri's just come back and Chambers is just coming back. Once those two come back, I don't think we'll see Mustafi again. But I agree what you said. Players that do not want to play for the club should not play again. I think we have a few players that contract end in the summer. I feel like we can't play these guys again. We need to start rebuilding. I'm just gonna say this before I end my thing. We need to be run properly in order for us to kind of be challenging again. We can't have a good manager and just have a shipboard. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
We've
we just
seen-
need to get some footballing people into the
Yeah,
club.
that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
we can't just be like, let's say we had Pochettino. It would never have worked with Pochettino if we still have the board we have. That's all I'm gonna say.
Pochettino didn't get back for 3 years at Tottenham, and he still finished
but-
top 4 year after
But,
year.
but we're
I'm
talking
not
about winning league titles.
disagreeing with you, by the way. I'm
We're
just
talking about winning league titles. If we want to win league titles, we cannot have the board or Arteta. Let's be honest. Arteta, we'll see. We never know. You know what I'm saying? But more likely, the way the things have gone, it's not going to work out. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say. Kozi, thank you for having me on.
It's
All
okay,
you guys, you've been blessed. Have a nice day.
Nice one, man.
Hope you guys had a nice Christmas. I'm a street because I got work tomorrow and I need to get to bed, man. So see you guys. Cool.
I understand those things, bro.
Cheers, man.
Hola Pila says Arteta is better than Lampard. I mean,
How is he better? How is he better than him?
Nah,
Nathan, you're the last person to talk on this show, and we close it. That is your topic. Lampard is better than. This is a Chelsea FC fan, and they're like, he's saying Lampard is a baby coach.
Listen,
Arteta is-
Lampard, yeah, he was a great player. But when it comes to managing, listen, he's not a terrible manager, but he's also not a really good manager. I still feel like he needs to be at another club. I feel like Chelsea is too big of a club for him. But for me, yeah, if you give Arteta the players that Lampard had, like last season when they had a transfer ban, do you think they're getting in the top 4?
I don't think.
I don't think so. I think highest they'll finish is maybe 10th, 9th. I don't listen. Arteta, yeah. You might say I'm harsh on Arteta. Listen, I'm harsh on him because I don't think he's not what's required for this football club. Like if you look at his win percentage, he's a manager that has a 39% win. He doesn't even win half of his games. So that's why I don't want him, because he's not showing any good signs of any improvement. So that's why I always go harsh on Arteta. It sounds like I have an agenda, but I just don't want him. I want a better manager that's gonna take us to where we need to go. And you can say, you know what, bring him in and bring players in January. Yeah, but
let me quickly add to that. You know, I would say a club like Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester United. See, those 3 clubs. Actually, I would say my Arsenal and Man United are bigger than Chelsea. Well, these three clubs, they've got a manager with a previous player managing the club. If they want, I can tell you now that those three clubs, if they, as long as they're keeping those manager to keep working for them, they're not going to get near winning the title.
Yeah, and that's
I can tell you that they will not get, because look at all the teams that they're challenging for title. Go and look what their managers are. They go out big. They get the experienced manager in that. Okay, we want to win the title. That's why we're bringing you in here. So are you expecting Arsenal in 3 years' time to say, oh yeah, we're winning Premier or we're winning Champions League? No.
But here's the thing: is how is Lampard gonna get sacked before Mikel Arteta? Like, I wouldn't be surprised. How is that even?
But I won't be surprised if he gets sacked before Mikel Arteta, because the Chelsea owner is not like Arsenal owner. Chelsea owner is a football man.
They want to win.
They want to win. Yeah.
Listen, you guys thought I was joking when I said if I'm Roman Abramovich. You guys thought I was joking, yeah, when I said if I was Roman Abramovich, a couple of days ago on the stream. I said if I'm Roman Abramovich and he manages to lose to Arteta, he's sacked. How are you losing to Arteta?
Do you think if this guy is the owner of Arsenal now, Usmanov, he will have get rid of Arteta by now?
Because Usmanov, he wants to win. Kroenke doesn't know anything about football. He don't know.
Well, he doesn't even know that Arsenal is playing today.
He didn't even know we won.
Is Usmanov at Everton?
Yeah, Usmanov, he used to be at Arsenal, innit?
Yeah, he used to be.
Now he's not in Everton.
Listen, at the end of the day, to wrap it up real quick, at the end of the day, Arteta, I'm sure he's a decent fella. But listen, this is Arsenal. You don't give people time to learn. You give people time who have a CV, who have a resume. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear about process. Listen, I've been hearing process for 10 years. I'm
Be
sick and tired of
excited.
or be excited or give him time.
Jesus Christ, you guys are harsh. I'm just listening here and just like, what the hell? Mosi and Nathaniel just Arteta out point after point after point. We just
Yeah.
won 3-1. Let's be happy.
We are in the
I
result
know.
business, man.
It's a results business. We don't get results every other month and then we say, oh,
They're coming now. They're coming now. They're coming now. We're going to win our next few games.
Results when are they coming? In 2022?
No, Tuesday. Just a couple of days, Nathaniel. Just a couple of days. Just a couple of days, and then against West Brom, and then you're going to get the 4-0 you're asking for. You're going to get it. And cause just bring up that comment. Just bring up that comment in the chat right now.
By the way,
Just put
guys,
it up.
guys, look, if we overcome relegation, there is also another stage, another step where we are gonna become like United. You know, United feel like they're title contenders, but with Solskjaer, they are not. I feel at some point in time they're gonna lose 3 games, draw 1. He gets some pressure, then they win 7. When they are close to Liverpool, they will lose 2. I think we are also waiting for such a stage. But thanks everybody who has been on, guys. Thank you so much for coming on, and it has been such a wonderful, wonderful show, man.
Wait, so how long is the process though? Is it like 10 years, 5 years? Like how long are we talking about?
It started today. It just started today.
Oh, the process just started. He's been in the job for
windows.
What I know, Stan Kroenke has been for at Arsenal for the past 13 years. That's when the process started, right? Mikel Arteta's project is part of the process. So the project is just born. So probably we have to wait.
You know, because when you make food, no, you don't have to wait anymore, Nathaniel. You know, when you make food and then every single day you're like, what do I need to add to this food? We found the secret. Bellerin captain. Arteta is the best coach in the world. Bellerin is the best captain in the world. No other opinion counts. And it, because we end it before Nathaniel says anything. End it. Arteta is the best coach in the world. End it.
Guys.
Before he talks, mute his mic.
Thierry Henry is crying right now in his pillow when he's so
Glenn's last comment.
Glenn's
comment on Everton was, "I hate football. I don't want to talk about football."
He likes football now. He loves football now. He loves it.
Yeah, I didn't, especially Bellerin, Nathaniel, especially Bellerin.
He's only good at dressing. He's not even that good at dressing.
Brighton. It is 3 days away, 4 days away. Let's just wait for Brighton. Yeah. That is when we shall know whether this performance was from some coaching, background, or it was out of the blue. I think that is when we start to see.
Lupai is going to score a hat trick.
Guys, tonight. By the way, I think I'm not saying good night because I'm preparing for for prayers. So have a blessed stay off the channel. Thank you, Aris, for coming on, guys. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Awesome, man. I love all these guys, man. Thank you.
I also love General Mose, Relentless, Glenn, Zoom. So Zoom is, by the way, one of those people who love this channel because he's always filming, and I miss Nolan. I just miss Nolan. I wish he was here to react to his team because it won, and you guys were so negative.
He's over the moon. He's over the moon right now. We're winning the league.
Yeah, but one thing is, we are not negative. We are not negative. We just want the best for the club. That's what I want to correct.
I'm not negative. I'm just trying to be real.
Yeah. And by the way, it's the reality. That's why I follow League Ghana. By the way, I follow League Ghana. I follow Turkish more than I watch AFTV. The reason is these guys will tell you something. Turkish already said this was a trash summer window, even after we signed Thomas Partey. He said this was trash. And Lee said, if you bring in Partey and he gets injured and you have Grant Xhaka and Ceballos, you're back to square one. You have not done anything. And that's like, yeah, they make sense. That's why actually
and that happens actually.
And I think they really make more sense than. I love all the channels that do support us, that do the Arsenal content. But I love Lee. I love.
Give Dinero the final word. Dinero, who's the best right back at Arsenal?
Come on, Bellerin. Bellerin. I can't believe that's so right.
Bye guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like on Cause's video. Make sure you subscribe.
Hector
Goodbye.
Bellerin in the bin.
Make sure
Hector
you
Bellerin in
subscribe.
the
Make
bin.
sure you subscribe, guys. Make sure
Get in
you
the
like,
bin.
you hit the
That's a
notification
fashion
button.
model, bro.
Yeah, hit the notification button. Don't forget, please do
He's
not
thinking about the
forget.
catwalk.
That's a little bit crazy. How do you say Bellerin is the best right back at Arsenal? But smash the like button, guys. Please do smash the like button. Let's get in your subscriptions as well, free. I told you, we are growing so fast, so we are very, very, soon to start winning prizes. So make sure you've subscribed, you've hit the notification button. 3-1 Arsenal up against Chelsea. A wonderful performance. Thanks to everybody who has been on. It doesn't get any better than this. Have a blessed